give you, bro. That's why everybody fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, always in your corner, bro. Even if I wasn't doing tapping no capping, I'll still be your number one fan. You feel me? So keep it pushing, bro. Very proud of you.
Appreciate it. I just not realized that all the conversation we just had, I didn't have the fucking Discord set up, so niggas did not hear none. You guys just said they're just watching us nod and talk. They just heard me.
That's really funny.
I was like, damn, why is this meter not moving in OBS? I'm like, oh.
It wasn't picking up from the beginning.
Man, it's cool. I don't want people to know anyway.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got it off your chest. That's all that matters.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Which we gonna have more streams like that. I told Perry yesterday that as I hit 1K and get monetized, I'm not gonna be dropping as frequently on here. Like most of the videos will be long form videos, which will take me a little bit more time to get up. And other videos that I may like edit myself, like if I'm covering some comic stuff. But in between then, I do want to have like lives and the streams where I can bring on people just to kind of talk about more mental health stuff. Just because I want to have a sociology degree that has a little bit of psychology interwoven in that. So it's kind of an important thing for me. And I feel like for men in particular, we don't have a lot of those conversations. So kind of providing a space like that where we can have a little of those conversations in the channel. I want to do more lives like that. So we'll talk. We'll have more stuff like that.
That's funny because that correlates with the post I just made today that you reacted to. So yeah.
So in that being said, I do want to get into another question I have for you guys in regards to content creation, because everybody up here is a content creator to some form or fashion. I want to know about your inspirations for content creation, or like any creators you saw initially that kind of gave you the bug or that piqued your interest. Because usually we see somebody and we want to be like, oh, I want to do what that person does, or maybe you just, you have some kind of something that like gives you that itch to create content. You can go wherever. We can go popcorn style if you want to go popcorn style.
I don't even know what that is, but I'll go first. So when I was a kid, obviously Channel Awesome was a big thing. So I was big into Nostalgia Critic, Linkara, Masako X, the Lady Critic, or I'm sorry, the Nostalgia Chick, what's her name? Now she's Lindsay Ellis. But those were the big influences at the time. Obviously, like Angry Video Game Nerd for some people. I was never big into James Rolfe myself. But I also really wanted to do like late night television, talk shows, stuff like that. So I love teaching. I love doing all kinds of things. So Carl Sagan was a big influence. And then I tried that. I tried the like really educational aspect, and it completely bombed. And so I was working at a repair shop. I was fixing phones all day. I was moved back in with my mom, super depressed, not caring about anything. And then I found Red Letter Media. And just hearing these schlubs from Wisconsin talk about loving things, talking about how bad movies are and breaking them down. It's like, you know what? You don't have to be anything complex. You don't have to do anything that reinvents the wheel. Just have fun with it. So, I'm working at a grocery store, just having fun with it, just making content I want to make, and that's when things take off. It's just, but I hear it when I record. Like, I've watched so many Linkara videos that I have the same cadence as Linkara a lot of the time. And I'm like, I hate this. I hate that I sound like Linkara, but I can't deprogram myself.
Perry or Con, one of y'all two want to go?
I think Perry should go because I feel like I took enough space when I got introduced. You feel me?
I mean, I ain't. Shit. I mean, I'm not. I do this shit so I can help my niggas get up to the next stage, bro. So I work as a team. So like, I lost my brother. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to make sure his name and logo was pushed to the point where the niggas that killed him sick to their motherfucking stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've told that to everybody. I really like being behind the scene, but I got a charismatic like character. So I just be doing shit just to see what works, and I spread it to the guys. But like, I used to do recordings back when I was a kid, and it would just be me and my best friend, the guys in the neighborhood. Our inspiration was Jackass. So we just be doing dumb shit. Like, there's a skit where me, there's like we're zooming out and there's a butt shaking, and it's my nigga Joe with a plastic butt shaking, and me and my nigga Rob are acting like Soldier Boy of Booty Me Down. No, she got a dunk. Like we was just doing dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but outside of that, man, content creator, I just like shooting the shits with the guys, putting the space for my niggas to be out there and just put it out there so people can, fuck with it. But outside of that, I'm just here so everybody else can win, man. I do my own, I do other shit.
The niggas, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Comment, what you got for me, my boy?
Just like Perry, bro. Like, you feel me? I come from a place where I lost hella niggas. All I know is that type of shit. You feel me? So it's like I never even saw myself in this space at all. It wasn't until I met you, bro, that I was like, you feel me, the person that inspired me to be like, oh yeah, bro, you could do this too. You have a voice, people chime in, this. You feel me? So if it wasn't for you, then in now podcast, I would never even try to explore that part of myself. You feel what I'm saying? So once I started doing that, um, Antoine Badele is somebody that I used to watch a lot that inspires my stuff. Luckily, I got to have on the podcast. Um, who else? Of course, Artista World is dope, but I want to inspire my stuff to be more like the nerd version of Breakfast Club. You feel what I'm saying? Like where we like kind of like to Perry's point, bring people to highlight them and they accolades and shit like that, and talk about what's going on in the streets. Like we know what's going on a lot in these nerd conversations. What's up with the blurs? What's going on in the hood? You feel me? What's going on with what I mean? My niggas like Jew. You feel me? So it's like that voice needs to be exercised more. And me and Jude was just talking the other day about how we want to go about doing that whole Tapper Cat conversations where we bring up comments from other people in other groups and bring it to the stage to where everybody's like, we're all having a conversation like a cookout, like a family. You feel me? So, yeah.
What's good, Jew?
What's happening, man? I jumped in earlier, but I was trying to get my shit situated. It was still tweaking.
No, you good, man. People are not aware who my boy is. This is the other co-founder of the Tapping No Capping podcast. Jew, I just had everyone kind of answer the question of like their inspirations for getting into content creation and like what influence they had and whatnot. If you wanna share that answer, I know you just got in here, but
Shit, for me, my inspiration for content creation literally is just everything on the internet. Shit, to be honest, I find some type of form of inspiration, even whether it's big or small. You feel me? From just seeing other people put out their content day to day. You know what I mean? Like similarities to like, oh, I like that too. I could do that, or just dreams or whatever you might want to say, and be like, damn, I wish I could do that. Let me give it a try, type stuff. So honestly, a lot of people. In my own circle though, it'd be people like you, Kaori now that I've met her. I heard RDC mention people like them, just those type of people, Kiki Chia, even if ladies, get a lady some love as well, just seeing them do their thing. There's so many people to mention, like it's just a vast amount of names. I can't even, I suck at names at the drop of a dime, but a lot of people, man, just seeing them do their thing day to day and they succeed. It's like, damn, I know I could try that. There's some hope because there's some people that do content for 2-3 years and don't get no traction into that fourth year, that third year, and they finally just blow up. So I'm patient. I know we in our second year, so going on third, but I know at any given time, the right person see it or the right share come along or the right conversation come along, we can blow up in this field. You feel me? As far as content and everything like that. So
It
yeah,
only takes one.
you feel me? That's really all it takes, like a hit
No.
song, man. All it takes is that one good viral video or that one good conversation or guest host, or whatever the case may be, and boom, you where you want to be, and I guess in this position.
yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
That's since me starting content and like interviewing the creators I have, that's usually the similar answer I get is like they try one thing or like they like do one thing and it's semi-successful, then they got to change it up or whatever else. But it's always that one video that like projectiles you into success, and then you got to like capitalize on that stuff. For me in
Even if it's
particular,
something entirely different than what you want to talk about.
oh, bro, we did an interview with my guy, which he's honestly probably one of my bigger inspirations as well. The Black Master Donchi. We did an interview with him a couple years ago where he was talking about it. When I first found him, that's when Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 was like, I think it was Xenoverse 1 or 2, whichever one it was. He did content for both of them. But the game was bigger. I was playing the fuck out of it as a Dragon Ball fan. And he was a black creator who was making videos on different builds and whatnot. But the thing that he told me about that was that when he got popular or his channel popped off and him doing that kind of content, he got burnt out and didn't want to do any more Dragon Ball Xenoverse content, obviously, because the game isn't this massive scape like a Final Fantasy or something like that has a lot of longevity to it. So he tried to transition out of that. He was doing skits and other stuff like that. But the difficulty he said he had was that when you pop off doing a particular type of video, people come to you for that particular type of video. So he had to go through that whole thing of like branding changing a little bit and him changing what he wanted to do. And I think that's when he started doing the Honest Gaming History videos. And that's what really like those getting like the millions of views and whatever else, like again, gave him a second life, I guess, when it comes in terms of content creation and pivoting and stuff like that. So that's part of the reason why for me and my approach has been, I knew it was going to be a slower grind for me, but I really wanted to approach content from an aspect of, I understand I have a niche that I need to appeal to. I'm still going to appeal to like my nerdy niche and especially like black nerds just because I share that experience. But I was trying to make sure like, okay, let me make a couple different types of videos. Let me do different things in these different genres and IPs to see what sticks and what I enjoy doing. So if I do pop off, when I do pop off, I don't feel like I have to only do this one type of content. Like I feel like people are coming for me, the personality, versus this type of video in particular. I don't want to be a how-to channel because then at that point you're just creating content because you have to get them bills paid versus you enjoying it.
Good question.
It'll end up being both.
Hopefully not. Well, hopefully.
I can't tell you how burnt out I am on Bob's Burgers. I could not watch another episode of that damn show. And I've only done 2 reviews, but I gotta finish it because one got 160,000 views.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
that's my worst
fear.
Pop
off video. That was my, I wake up and I went from 15,000 to 80,000 overnight. Like that is my, yeah, it's Bob's Burgers and Has Been Hotel.
Has Been Hotel ain't a bad one though. That's not
no, that one I'm fine with. I can make some Hell of a Boss content, and it's whatever.
Yeah, Little Boss is fire. Has Been Hotel is fire. Now Bob's Burger, I don't know. You all alone on that.
I'm enjoying. I ain't gonna lie. Kaori, when Kaori came from MomoCon a couple months ago, she turned that bitch on when I was in the bathroom or something, and I came out and she made me watch like the first episode. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of hard. I fuck with Bob's Burgers. I'm not gonna hold you.
The early seasons are good.
You had a question though, Con? My bad.
Oh, nigga, is we recording or we just shooting
live?
Shit?
This is live. Yeah, we just shooting shit.
We live? We talk. Oh shit, nigga, you gotta tell a thug. I don't know.
Yeah, we live.
Doing the shit, nigga. Hey,
we are. It's
anything on this motherfucker. You said we gonna be like a back chat or something? Man, listen, man, you young, I'm old, bro. I don't know how this shit go, bro. You gotta let me know.
Yeah, we're in a live stream. It's gonna be pre-recorded or something like after the stream's over with. It's on YouTube.
Goddamn, nigga, goddamn.
Because hopefully, if things go right, I will hit 1K while we're on this stream. So it's gonna be. We're
Dude, did you know?
932.
I did not know. Nah, bro.
Okay.
I'm on Discord, but I don't know nothing about like going live and stuff. So I'm not. I didn't know nothing about it.
That's crazy.
I'm only in like the conversations.
I could have said something hella personal and shit.
Yeah, my bad. I should have. I'll do better about making sure I know that from going forward.
It's all good, man.
No, you had a question though?
Huh?
You had a question.
That was the question. That's what I wanted to know. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah. But getting into, I guess, the next topic. This is one that Perry brought up at the end of yesterday, but we can get back into it. I want to tackle everybody since we have so many people now. We'll probably push it to like a top 3 for the sake of time. But I need everybody's top 3 favorite Marvel villains.
Are we talking MCU or are we talking Marvel Universe?
Marvel Comics, Marvel MCU, it can be whatever. As long as it's in Marvel under that umbrella, it can be whatever. And the way we do them so far, when I'm over in BLM, the Captain's Lounge, me and Aiden and Nick have done like a trillion of them at this point.
We've got it down to a science.
We got it down to a science now. We go in like a draft order. So let's say if I win, I'd get one pick, and we can't double up on the same pick. So
I got Dr. Doom in because I don't want nobody to double up on
man,
Dr.
come
Doom.
on, man. Don't do that.
I'm gonna go ahead and just start off strong, nigga.
No, hell no. God Emperor Doom belongs to Perry. I don't give a fuck what anyone else get on
Hey,
phone.
nigga, this is not the wood, nigga. You
Doom
can
isn't
buy
even
all
anywhere on my list.
On phone them niggas belong to me. So anything else?
Man,
Oh,
y'all
God.
know Doom on everybody list if they know better. I ain't feeling this.
So the way we'll do it. I have a number in my head. I'm gonna go last because I brought it up, so I'll go last. I got a number in my head. I'm gonna have each one of y'all guess a number. Whoever's the closest will get that first pick.
Between what?
One.
Heads up, 7 up ass nigga.
Let's say 1 to 50.
Oh, nigga. 27.
All right.
45. Killjoy.
Aiden, what you got?
I'm gonna go 23.
Okay.
Trey 5.
Is that Trey 5?
Yeah.
It's Perry. It was 34.
So
34.
I don't have to go. Y'all niggas can go now. Come on.
So he got Doom off the board then. So Doom is off the board now. You can either
don't fucking Perry already.
Let me take Magneto.
What's
right
that
now.
doctor nigga name from
Let me take Magneto right now because
oh my god.
All
Hey,
right.
I thought I was the closest. Ain't the second?
Yeah, I think
Ain't
he chose.
27.
Ain't a Hex for no runner up. I have 45, so I think I'm the second. Fuck y'all.
No, that ain't how it go, nigga. That is not how that shit work, nigga.
You round up, not down.
Yeah, you do round up.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Okay, so the order will go in. We'll go Perry because you got the first one. We'll go Jew, Khan, and then Aiden. You'll go.
Okay.
Then I'll go last. We'll go in that order. So Jew, the pick's on you. The pick's on you now.
All right, man. So for me, man, for already Magneto, you know, I always been a Magneto fan. You feel me? The whole metal thing, the whole coming up with his own island, making motherfuckers respect him for who he is, not for who they want him to be. You feel me? Unlike that nigga, Professor Xavier. You feel me? My boy pulled a big Malcolm X on him, like, yeah, I'm gonna do me. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna do y'all, I'm gonna do me. And y'all either respect it or neglect it, and I'm cool with whatever decision y'all make. But just know if y'all step to me, I'm stepping back.
But that's that in a sense that is Magneto in a way, but at the same time, the only person that he respected above all was Professor Xavier. He was just sitting there in which I put my people first because I know how they think and we are the next evolution. But
he appreciated that he had hope, but he knew that hope was misplaced.
Oh yeah, he legitimately was like, nah, y'all got it. But like, I respect it. But I like when people, you got to give Magneto a little bit more depth because the man comes from a Jewish background where he's like, I know where this can go.
Every year after he was created, he gets a little bit more right.
Hey, he know the struggle. He know where it's going to. You been there. See, Charles hadn't been there. You feel me? Only thing he faced was mutant discrimination. Magneto,
and one hell of a stepbrother.
Man, that too. But see,
man,
Magneto
chucked him down the stairs and laughed.
Hey, Magneto to me, bro, I respect him because he faced two different type of, oppressions. You feel me? As far as the mutant oppression and like racial oppression. You feel me? And he lost his real human family as well as he's lost a lot of mutant family. You feel me? So like, I don't know. There's a bond there. I gravitate with my boy Magneto, man.
If you were a black Jewish mutant in Marvel, boy, you got to struggle. You can't go nowhere. You can't do shit.
Now that's some shit, boy. If they got a Drake mutant, that's crazy.
Drake is insane.
Crazy. Unpopular choice. I know a lot of.
We just doing the one. We gonna go around.
Yeah, top 3.
That's fine. You gotta pick your top. So we're doing 3. But you got to get the ones you want first. You got to get them off the board quick because they may not be there when you get back around to it.
Cool. I know my second one ain't gonna be on nobody list because nobody think of this nigga. But
Who you got? You got Con?
Well, since they took my top 2 niggas, you know what I'm saying? Bruh, this nigga don't get enough respect. But he is one of my favorite villains of all time, and that's my man, Kingpin, man. That's one of the guys, you feel me? When you get into his lore and how he was picked on and how he, you know what I mean, he was raised by a gangster, nigga had no choice. You know what I mean? He an artist and a poet at heart. You feel what I'm saying? But he had to turn to that street life to defend himself. You feel me? So him, and then if you really look at, you know what I mean, I know we talk about best hand-to-hand combatants in all of Marvel. He's really up there in that conversation. A lot of people don't know that, but you feel me? Kingpin is up there. You know what I'm saying? Speaking about Doctor Doom, he whooped Doctor Doom's ass. So, you know, it's cool. You can have that, man. It's cool. I'm going with.
I'm a god. You will sit there and you will know your place, and I will snap my finger. You will not be anything when I think of you.
Because you chose God Emperor Doom specifically, right?
Yeah, exactly. He chose
the most
the most OD version.
The one that is most arguably not a villain.
His ideal.
The one that has ascended beyond that title.
Which, side note, I'm editing the video. I'm probably putting it out tonight at some point. If y'all have not read Marvel's Blood Hunt yet, Doom is about to be a bigger part of the run, and he's such a smug he's a smug asshole, and I love it. I'm not gonna spoil too much about it. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but there is a potential of him being the new Sorcerer Supreme possibly in this run, and he's an asshole about it. But for me,
that's too much.
Oh yeah, bro, What I mean, he's a smug asshole. Like this nigga is when you get to a certain level of assholery, when you start talking about yourself in the third person, I'm like, yeah, bro, that's a different level of asshole.
But
he's
also,
like,
you respect it. He's kind of earned being able to talk about himself in the third person,
right? They like at least 3 different people in the world in this story have like come to him for help, and he's like, "The fuck? No, get the fuck out of my face! Either you give me your resources, or get the fuck out of my face." But for me, speaking on another mastermind and irritants,
Aiden hasn't gone.
Oh shit, I forgot. My bad, Aiden. My bad, bro.
Well, since Kingpin was taken, I, as a horizontally challenged man, did attribute a lot to Kingpin. I related a lot to him. However, I would have to go with my number 2 pick. That is, of course, the Master, who is easily one of my favorite villains of all time, because talk about fighting brawn with absolute utter brain. You can say Maestro, and that's valid, but I mean, the Master he made Abomination better. He made Hulk stronger. He is the one that has filled out the gamma gene unlike anyone else. The scariest thing you could possibly do with the Master is let him get anywhere near anyone's genetic code. He is a true proper threat to anyone he runs up against. I don't know. I've always loved the Master. I think he's way underappreciated. I'm mad he's gotten no representation other than one jar landing on one guy in one Hulk movie, and that was all we ever got of even insinuating we would get something better.
You know, I thought you were about to say the leader when you were saying that.
I meant the leader. God damn it.
Oh, I was about to say, okay, I was about to say the Master.
Not the Master, the leader.
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at the leader.
I like that choice.
And the reason we do the list like this is so that other characters get a little bit more respect, because it makes you dig into that bag and pull out some other people. So I respect that. For me, in my first pick, I am going to go with the individual who is always there, fucking over people in horrible deals, taking souls, wives, children, aunties, and everything in between, and making you regret every decision you make while also laughing in your face. Give me Mr. Mephisto. I've been a fan of him. Again, I've talked about it before, and the video will be made on this game at some point, but playing Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, there's a portion of the game where you had to go to Mephisto's realm, and you got to just see all the different people that he's fucked over and how it's happened to different extents, and then you actually had to fight him. He's just always been a badass to me, and a master manipulator like the other people that we picked up until this point when you're talking about the Dooms, the leaders, and all that good stuff. So that's my first pick. It is back on Perry now.
If I am a man of culture, man of myself, Let me get. I'm stuck between 3, and I need to be different because I'm building a powerhouse team. I want to be.
I'm
Where
very
we go,
glad no one
diversity, nigga?
said the obvious number one answer, which means these people have class. No
What?
one said Thanos in their number one, and I
Oh,
appreciate
yeah,
that.
no.
Oh God, he's
Yeah.
not
That
even on
nigga,
my top
I ain't
5.
gonna lie though,
Very
bro. I do
inevitable.
love him. I love him in the comics though. That nigga's a troll, bro.
Depends on the comic. Sometimes he's just a
Yeah.
total joke.
Yeah.
Give me, because I want him on my team. He's a problem. He's the big bad. He's coming to swallow your planet. He's gonna do.
Oh, not
He
Galactus,
was an
bro.
Avenger. I don't even know if you can
Oh
count
my
that.
god,
Have
not
you ever been
that nigga.
swallowed up? Have you ever been
Well,
swallowed?
if I can't,
No,
if I-
take him. It's fine.
well, let me have a little bit more class. Give me Norman Osborn.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
All right.
Let me have a little bit
Why
more
would
class.
you
Ain't
do
no
that?
take backsies, nigga. What are we
Yeah, you
doing?
can't take that one back, my buddy. You can't take with this many people. We can't do the take backs. So you gotta rock out. You gotta rock out with Galactus at this point, my
Oh,
boy.
fine. I
My
mean,
nigga still
regardless.
on
I
the
mean,
parade, man.
it's either you're gonna get me a billionaire, or I'm just gonna be come through with. You're not stopping my team. So give me Galactus. Yes, I have God, Emperor Doom, and Galactus.
Galactus,
You're
bro.
good. You're just
That
kind of
is-
good.
I'm good. There's nothing else. Like come forth. Yeah, on that
Bro, he's
one.
gonna take, I'm literally on, bro. He's gonna take my pick. That's great. He's gonna try to take my
Who Galactus?
Yeah.
Hell
No, he's talking
You
about.
wanna-
Well, Jew, it's on you now. It's your pick now, so you can go
Yeah,
ahead
that's
and
what
grab
I'm
him.
curious.
Since I was saved by the bell, for Green Goblin was my next choice. You feel me?
Okay,
Comic
okay.
book wise, and MCU version, and animated version. You feel me? Outside of Kingpin up here, you feel me? Green Goblin, Norman, not Harry. You feel me? Man, Norman was one of the most twisted plot manipulating motherfuckers I seen on screen back in the day when I used to watch Spider-Man in the animated series. Like, bruh, kidnapped Kingpin, had them all tied up at the bottom of the sewer, or whatever the fuck that was. All the powerhouses and shit of the city. Hey, Green Goblin was that dude. Bruh died like 3-4 times and it seems to still be alive, or will presume dead 3 or 4 times, still seem to be alive. Then he took over the Avengers, like Norman took over the whole Avengers to make the Dark Avengers. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. He became Iron Man. Like, you can't. Norman is that dude. You feel me? But yeah, I always loved Green Goblin, bro. I always thought he was a crazy ass character. When I first seen him on Spider-Man, when Tobey Maguire and them came out with that, I was so juiced. I was like, oh, okay. Green Goblin, the first villain that he gonna face. I was like, oh, they put some respect on him. You feel me? So I thought, Green Goblin, my dog, man. He don't
I ain't
need
like
too
that.
much, just a couple of pumpkin bombs, and he gonna make it happen.
I'm gonna make it do what it do.
You feel me?
What you
But
got for me? What you got for me, Con?
All right, I'm gonna follow suit with my brother Jew. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so glad that he didn't take this one. But I'm actually going Venom, big Venom. You know what I'm saying? Since he
Okay.
picking the God version of Doom, which Doom is already broken. You don't need that. But Codex Venom, you feel me? Who took over the whole universe? You feel what I'm talking about? Eddie Brock is that guy. If it wasn't for him, I feel like a lot of us wouldn't be that strong of a Spider-Man fan. When we was first playing the PS, you know what I'm saying? He was the best villain that was on screen. I still remember when he used to go, Spidey was, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy, man. I'm going with Venom.
Okay.
Mr. Aiden.
I gotta if I'm building a team like Mr. Perry, I gotta go the definitive. I've got the leader. The leader's my bio people.
Right.
But I gotta take Ultron if I'm building a
God damn
true
it.
evil
Fuck you,
army.
dude.
I need the
Hey,
ultimate
that was my third
AI.
option. Look,
I
I'm on
need
third.
the power, especially if he's voiced by James Spader from the movies. I want comic Ultron. I want all the comic Ultron powers, but he needs to be voiced by James Spader. And then he'll be perfect for me. I love Ultron. I think he's such a cool idea. I love that he's, an AI that was supposed to protect people that gets corrupted because he sees that humanity is not worth protecting. It's such an interesting angle to take him with, especially with Hank Pym, who is already arguably one of the most problematic Avengers you've ever seen in the best possible way. He's a very creative but very self-destructive individual. So to have Ultron masking that and mirroring that and showing that this would be a terrifying man if he ever went evil is great. I mean, obviously you get Yellow Jacket and whatever, but I can't think of a run that we've gotten Yellow Jacket recently that was actually good. So yeah, no, Ultron definitely number 2.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at Ultron.
I like
For me, this is a character that I've known about him for a little bit, but very recently I've gone through and read his solo run, and it's made me have a very much so better appreciation for this character and how much of a demon he could really be. And at some point, I'm gonna get a video together about why I want him in the MCU at some point, because I feel like one of the bigger issues with the MCU is them getting rid of villains too quickly. So this is the character that could be around for a while and not cause too much worldwide havoc. Give me my boy Dakin, the son of Wolverine, or Dakin Akihiro. Dude, from a combat level, the only one of the very few people in the world that can sneak up on his father with all the advanced senses that his father has. The dude is a master schemer. Again, in the run I'm reading now, dude walked into Madripoor with nothing and took over the entire island and became the kingpin of Madripoor. Killed his father, got his father sent to hell, got a demon inside of his father's body. He's just done a lot of heinous shit and is always outsmarting people. So I got the literal devil and a damn near disciple of the devil. We running shit. And we running shit. Yeah. Plus his ability is just dope as fuck. Like the fact that Buddy is the pheromone thing for him, I think is the coolest shit to me, is because while he's manipulating your pheromones and your emotions and things while you're thinking, you can't think straight. He's talking you into situations that you don't want to be in. He'd be like a great character to pull into the MCU at some point. But yeah, me people boy Dakin or Dakin. I don't however you want to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly.
I always heard of Dakin. I never heard Dakin, so who knows? But it is
Dakin.
a Japanese name, so it'll be pronounced different.
Right. Perry, what you got? Your last one. Who you got?
Wait, what? Oh,
It's Dakin.
Dakin?
Dakin.
Okay.
A little extra on it.
I know it means mongrel in Japanese, but I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Dakin.
Dormammu got picked, right?
No, Mephisto got picked.
Mephisto got picked. Dormammu has not been picked.
The big cousin, the big brother got picked.
Bro is wilding with these picks.
At that point, it's just gonna be Blackheart left in hell.
No. I asked that because I was going Blackheart simply because Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
I was about to say that's
right.
100% Marvel vs. Capcom.
100% Marvel vs. Marvel Capcom 2. 100%. It was a solid pick. He's a good number 2. He's a great number 2. Good assist. I don't need anyone else. He runs the Dark Legion, powers the Dark Matter. Yeah, that's what I need. Sorry, Ali's grandson's fighting.
Ali's grandson?
Yeah, what's his name?
Ali Wash.
Oh yeah, tonight is his fight. How's he doing?
He's fighting the guy he lost to. He's fighting the guy that he lost to. So
here's hoping.
There you go.
Oh, he's got dropped.
Yeah, he got knocked. Yeah.
What's his weight class?
160.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in the dangerous. He's in the dangerous weight class. There's some 160 between 147 to 168. There's some fucking demons. I'm excited though. But yeah, Blackheart. My team's solid. The biggest threat out there.
I ain't mad at that team.
That is a cosmic threat right there.
Yeah, this is Omega level shit. Jew, you're up next. What you got? Close out your team.
My last pick, man. It's probably an unpopular opinion. I don't see too many people putting this nigga on the list of nothing. But I think he's pretty decent. We just got his return in X-Men 97. But I'm gonna pick Mr. Sinister, bro. A dude who's done the best that I've seen at manipulate multiple different type of mutants, who is not a mutant at all himself, but manipulated the mutant gene to turn himself into whatever the fuck he is. And for him to be able to go up against Jean Grey, it's crazy. I think that's very underestimated and underrated as a feat. for him not to be a real mutant. Again, bro literally has kidnapped mutants that's top tier, mid tier, low tier, whatever the case may be. Outside of what just happened to him, his abilities is uncanny. Like they speak for itself. Like, bro, bro can got telepathy, whatever the fuck that shit called, something with a P, but he got all kinds of abilities, and I think he underrated, bro, as a villain. I don't think he get enough respect put on his name. Bro literally had a whole arc in X-Men animated series, so X-Men, and literally was giving the whole X-Men a problem, like a problem. Bro literally infiltrated the Xavier's mansion without nobody detecting him. Nobody. Not one person detected that this man infiltrated the academy. Like, y'all gotta respect, bro. Like, outside of what just happened to him in the reboot or whatever, the continuation, because it's not a reboot, but the X-Men animated series, bro, been him. And in the comics, he got a couple feats too, where he do his little thing. So I'm gonna take Mr. Sinister, man, to be able to, on that scientific level. My whole team, I feel, is borderline geniuses to an extent, but Mr. Sinister, he gonna come in handy. He got multiple abilities that I could use to my agenda.
I am out of dark. We have Khan's up next. Khan, who you got?
Yes, sir. Now, another extremely underrated character, another bald head brother added to it. I got 3 bald head niggas in my shit. Venom bald headed with the symbiote suit. You feel me? But this man is super nerfed. All the time when you see him, his feats are crazy. But they, he's kind of like a Phoenix Force, or the Phoenix Force, or the Scarlet Witch, because they gotta put them niggas in limbo or do other shit because they too powerful to write. But this is my nigga Crusher Krill, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my boy Battle Junkies for putting me on. You know what I'm saying? Like, boys' first introduction was being able to fight Odin. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's my nigga,
insane.
bro. I definitely fuck with bro. And he an inmate, and he with the shits. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm fucking with Crusher Krill. That's my nigga. Can I say that? Can I say that's my nigga on here?
I mean, he's a white man.
No, I'm saying, yo, shit. Like, you feel
I don't care. I be saying nigga.
Right.
I be saying nigga sometimes.
All right.
You say nigga sometimes. Aiden, what you got from my boy?
So to follow up from Absorbing Man, which is a very interesting pick, I would have to go with the one guy I've always been jealous of his powers. I need more of him in my life. If I've got the leader, if I've got, Ultron, give me Graviton. Give me the man that can make black holes. Give me the man that can manipulate the very concept of gravity. I've loved him. I've loved him ever since Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I went back and started doing reading on him, and I just fell in love with this character. I think he's great.
You mean the animated series?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was badass in that. Mm-hmm.
He's a great first villain for them to have.
Mm-hmm. It's OD strong as fuck. For me, to finish everything out, I believe that I'm going to go with a more recent character, and I just love it just because he's very petty and just does shit just because. You mean Null, the symbiote god? I just love for the fact that his whole thing was that this man was sleeping, and he saw niggas building a universe over here was being too bright. He's like, cut that shit off, and went over there and fucked people up just because he wanted to sleep. I'm like, I've never felt more akin to a character before in my life. Let me fucking sleep. Let me fucking sleep.
Isn't Eddie Brock the new god though? Or isn't he one with the black?
Eddie's dead right now, I think, actually.
No, Eddie.
No, right now
he fused with the All Black, didn't he?
He did. But I think he's gone now though, because right now like Venom's by himself. Right now, like the god of like the leader of symbiotes right now is his son. What's Eddie's son? I can't remember. I'm blanking on his name. Brandon. I think Brandon is his son right now. He's like
okay.
He's the symbiote dude right now. He has like he's essentially Null right now, but he's not as OD strong for whatever reason. As far as I know, Eddie's dead right now. I think I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah, I thought Eddie was resurrected by the All Black and he became one with the All Black. As far as I remember, but if I'm wrong, I could be wrong. But yeah, get that
Yeah,
nigga Auntie right here. He'll let us know.
that's good enough. I'm talking to my boy James back in here. James, he was like, "Oh my God, y'all busy? I'm gonna pop back in." He's gonna come back in a second, but we can get into DC villains in a little bit. I'm gonna get James in here, but
What
yeah,
put
man.
you on villain time?
Because Perry asked about it yesterday. We did Heroes on a stream we did yesterday.
I stay on demon time. I hate being heroes.
This nigga.
Play the fuck out.
I was like, pick your top heroes. He was like, do I have to pick heroes?
I'd rather see the world burn.
See
Whoa.
that
I ain't gonna
you're
lie,
over
Barry,
here picking
yo,
Lex Luthor when I'm picking Superman. You gotta have hope.
I respect
No
that.
fucking
I
hope.
was gonna say, Perry,
Diesel's
I'm
over here with
straightforward.
a Green Lantern. If there's one person that knows hope, it's him.
Yeah.
I actually got a decent team on DC villains. Like, I got some fucking.
Mine are so street level, and that's the part that upsets me.
Mine, I'm not even picking Darkseid for this one. Mine is
like, I love Green Lantern, I do, but I love them for the Green Lanterns. I don't think there's a single Green Lantern villain that I'm like, you know what? They're my favorite. Out of every villain I know, it's a green. Like Sinestro's fine, I guess.
You don't fuck
Who's
with
picking
Atrocitus?
Anti-Monitor? Who is picking Anti-Monitor?
You don't fuck with Atrocitus?
I wouldn't even say Atrocitus is a villain at this point.
Atrocitus is actually in.
Here's my hot controversial take. Atrocitus is an anti-hero, but
really?
I think he's a villain.
I'm not mad at it because he does.
Black Hand, absolutely a villain. Atrocitus at least has a reason for his rage.
Not Larfleeze.
Larfleeze? Which one's that one?
That's the Orange Lantern.
Or he's a fucking.
He's an antagonist, sure, but he's not a villain. He's just greedy. He just loves everything.
He's just Smeagol with the.
It's like mine. That's like going. My favorite Lord of the Rings character is Gollum. Like, no, he's no one's favorite villain.
Fair enough.
Aiden, I guarantee you can't guess my number one.
I can't guess your number one.
You can't guess my number one.
What? Give me the hero at least.
You close for me though, Charlie. You close for me.
Yeah, I know this thing
easy. If that's too easy.
He doesn't like heroes like that.
It's too easy. Like
you gotta
guess this one.
Colin, you gotta something you wanted to say that real quick, Colin?
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying. When you was doing what is it called? Last of Us. I had asked you, like, who would you rank? Like, you know, who's running hip hop right now out of all the different, you know, Atlanta, New York, Cali, you feel me, all that. So I liked Perry's list, you feel me, of like who he was saying, like, you feel me, is up top, and y'all went down the whole rabbit hole of going through the whole list of artists and shit like that. So yeah, that was a good conversation. I fucked with that. Did you ever take the list and post it?
That one no, because we didn't do like the list stuff until like literally like a month later when we did the draft shit, the R&B draft. We're gonna go back to like a rap list soon. I think we're doing like a 2010s rap list.
Yeah, it's 2009 to 2019, and I got after my first pick, it's going to be extremely ignorant, and I can't fucking wait.
I did that whole time period just out of spite because this motherfucker G wanted to pick Michael Jackson #1. We talked about R&B. I'm like,
you wasted a pick on Lord. Who'd you pick?
I picked. Who did I pick first? I think I picked Erykah Badu first. I panicked. I panicked.
Erykah Badu first.
Erykah Badu panicked. I was like, oh shit. Granted, for context, this was like 3:00 in the morning, my nigga, and I was trying to think of artists, and literally everyone I will think of, this nigga Greg would pick, and I was pissed. I was so pissed. I'm sitting with a Jamie Foxx poster behind me, and I was like, fuck, who do I want to pick? He said Jamie Foxx. I was like, oh, okay, this is some bullshit. So yeah, we're doing this one out of spite, just so I can fuck with G, because I know he does not like that era of rap or that period of rap like that for real.
Yeah.
I just know my number 2. No one's gonna get, so I don't care.
Yeah, I know you're on demon time. You're about to pick all the Chirac.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I know 2 of his picks, Mr. Khan, man. I got a cold guess.
R&B?
on two of his DC picks. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I got a cold guess.
You know one. You know one for a fact.
One was just mentioned. The other one, you know, BBB, Black Bummy. Black Bummy. I know Black Bummy on your list. I just know you go
for this one. I'll go last. I'll go last on this one.
Yeah. So we get into the DC villains.
Yeah, DC villain. I'm willingly to go last on this one. As long as no one picks my number one, I don't care.
Did I guess it?
Not even close. Well, it's close, but no.
Close, but how is that close, but no?
Because when I say it, you're going to be like, you sick bastard.
Oh, you sick fuck. Oh, that's disgusting.
It's lovely.
No.
Yes.
Picking the diddler.
No.
It's simply because of my favorite girl of all time. God rest her
Thank you
soul.
for being a friend. That is vile. That is vile.
Jesus Christ. Give me, because I guess I'll go first. I went last time, and we can we'll just like go the same order, but we'll just switch me and Perry, obviously, because you went last and I went first.
Sure.
For me to start, I have to pick the Luchador Bane. And I have a very interesting relationship with this character because knowing him, the thing I love about him the most is one, he got it out the motherfucking mud. You in your life had no control of it. Like, you went to jail because your daddy did some fucked up shit. So now you're growing up in prison. So you have to then educate yourself, build yourself up physically, mentally, spiritually, and then take over the prison. And then from there, escape the prison and build up your criminal enterprise. And then in your first appearance, you're breaking Batman in half, literally. You break him in half. And the intelligence, I love the character a lot more in the comics. That's why I was so mad and hate the Tom Hardy version so much, because his sense of intelligence is lacking near the end because he's a patsy at the end of the day. And his main motivation was fulfilling the dreams of Ra's al Ghul and Talia, and the nigga died over some I think we made a joke a while back in the stream about Obito. This nigga is decent. That version of he was literally Obito in that movie. This nigga sat there and cried. Literally, and it pissed me off. It pissed me off so much. And I got validation in, I think, the first interview I ever did on YouTube. We interviewed Graham Nolan, who's the guy that created the character. And he validated my hatred for this character. We sat there and just hated on Tom Hardy Bane for like a good 15 minutes, and I loved it. It was a bucket list thing for me. I could die happy. But sure, go on, give me Bane to start with.
Fuck with that. I also love that episode y'all did on the Now podcast where y'all had I think he's the creator of Bane, and he was talking about how he felt about the movie version and shit. That was a good ass episode.
Yeah. Love that shit. Jew, what you got? Because you up next.
Man, for me, man, I'm gonna start off with that boy Doomsday because I hate Superman with a passion, and he's Superman's biggest fear. You feel me? And few more visits than one that he'd have been put under. You feel me? When he's been shown his biggest fear, it's Doomsday. You feel me? Not Darkseid, but it's Doomsday. That is Superman's biggest fear. And I love him for that. And honestly, who really fucking with bruh? Like, he didn't have to get jumped on an extreme level in the DC universe for him to be stopped. And I was like, yeah, like, I'll take Doomsday on my squad any day.
Like, the only dude I can think of that I've seen like 1v1 that man is like Lobo. Just because Lobo can't die.
And exactly, I'm about to say Lobo OP his motherfucking self, man. He on my list, but I don't consider him a villain, but we're gonna leave him out of it.
Depends on the run.
Yeah, it depends, because some of his stuff where he'd be like committing genocide, and other ones he's just like a drunk. He's like frat boy in some other instances.
Facts.
Colin, it's on you.
Y'all mentioned him, so I'm like, he's on my list, and that's not who I wanted to start it off with because of what your first pick, and I was gonna be like, I guess I guess I'm just gonna go Lobo just because I want him to get took now that he's mentioned.
Right,
so
right.
I'm going Lobo. You feel me? One of my favorite villains of all time. One of the coolest aesthetically dope, villains of all time. Basically, they did a lot of comparisons to him and Wolverine. Frag You is one of my favorite, liners that he does. Bro, like he's like the ghost writer of the DC universe. You feel me? Like, not as far as being like a hellspawn and all that shit, but the motorcycle, the like being invincible, the the attitude. Like I fuck with that. You know me personally. I used to be a part of a motorcycle club, so that
I did
also
not know that
resonates with
actually.
the character. So
And you was
yeah.
out there. You was a biker. You was a hog rider. You had the leather
I
jacket
used
with the sleeveless leather jacket and everything.
I mean, I had all that. I had a street bike, you feel me? I had the leather vest, you feel me? The whole, you know what I mean? The whole thing, the whole Sons of Anarchy type of situation.
This nigga.
So
Bad to the bone.
yeah.
80, who you got?
Look, we're putting a lot of disrespect on his name, and I do not appreciate that. My number one DC villain will be the end-all, be-all number one DC villain, except no substitutions. The man that has traveled cosmos for the anti-life equation. The man that rules Apocalypse with the Iron Fist. The man that brought the old gods to their knees and makes the new gods shake. Darkseid is, was, and forever shall be my number one villain in anything. The moment I saw him in Bruce Timm's Superman the Animated Series, I was hooked. The man that not only broke Superman, corrupted him, and used him to take over his own planet. Darkseid doesn't need brute strength. Darkseid doesn't need to be invincible. Nothing can stand up to him for too long without him breaking them completely and utterly. I
Except
don't know.
Batman.
You and I both know that's a joke.
Prep time, my boy. Oh, she said it too. I know that's right.
I will forever fuck with the I can't remember what animated movie it was. I think it was Public Enemies, where he essentially is like, yeah, if you don't like leave the planet alone and let Kara go, I'm gonna set off these hellspawn bombs and blow the planet up. Yeah. Darkseid is like, bitch, you crazy? Don't you know I will kill you? And he's like, I'm betting on that, but you're still gonna die though.
And he backed off.
Yeah,
he's smart enough to back off.
He was like, well played. You see, if it was anybody else but your crazy ass, I wouldn't believe him.
Thanks.
Perry, who you got? Who you coming in at?
Since I know no one's gonna pick my number one, I
gotta see this shit.
My number one is not gonna get picked, so I'm gonna save her. I'm gonna save this one. I'm gonna save her. So, but my number one, because I'm a twist. I like twisted behavior. My favorite comic is Killing Family. The Killing Joke, I mean.
I was gonna say,
or Death in the Family. Those are my favorite versions of the Joker of all time.
You got the poster on the wall right there above the TV, don't you?
One right there, and there's one over there. I have two.
Yeah,
I have two. Him ripping his face off and stapling on was just that picture itself was just beautiful. Him causing the creation of Red Hood was phenomenal. Beat that man to death.
Crimson Crowbar.
You know what I'm saying? What he did to Barbara was fucked up, and he did everything he could to break Bruce and everyone around him. Heath Ledger did a phenomenal job in The Dark Knight, to the point where people thought it's okay to be an anarchist, but his ideals of anything was, I'm not here to bring balance or anything. I'm strictly here for the fun of chaos. I love the Joker movie that was done, the recent Joker movie. I thought it was done phenomenally, because if you know anything about that, it's a complete lie. He's just having fun. There's no true backstory, because that's not even a real backstory. It was all a figment of his imagination. I loved it. I'm a huge Joker, like a huge Joker fan. I love every villain in Batman. I love fucking Batman.
His Rose Gallery is insane.
Yeah,
literally.
Bro, people don't give it enough respect, bro. Like when people like, can Spider-Man beat all of Batman's Rogue Gallery? It lets me know you don't know his full catalog, nigga. Because if you knew his full catalog, you wouldn't say that.
I can like physically, okay, cool. I get he can punch them niggas out, but if he
not even that, like he has villains that are just like Spider-Man's, where they made fully out of water and shit like that. You can't just punch that. You need prep time, just like Batman.
Psychologically, Spider-Man will break easier in Gotham than he would do in New York.
Yeah, the amount of bodies that would drop, he'd be so fucked up. I'm not gonna lie.
Scarecrow alone will cause him to think of Uncle Ben like no other.
Ooh.
Joker would tease him. Like, I will just kidnap Mary Jane and I will rip her fingernails off every time you think about coming to see me because you can't handle my psychosis. So mentally, and I fuck with Peter. Like Spider-Man 616, the best Peter Parker version. But
he's dope, yeah. Because I will give him this. The dick is OD strong to ridiculous levels. I had to have a whole conversation with somebody about Homelander beating him and that not happening.
Oh my god.
And the intelligence factor is there as well. He's one of the smarter people in the universe. But the deal with Batman's rogues gallery, you got to be literally crazy like that, man. Like, Batman is insane, like his rogues gallery. So like, you got to be. I can't even say mentally tough. Like, you got to be mentally broken, damn near, to deal with that shit on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, back to me. I am going to go with a character who can do a lot of what all your other picks can do, but he's a man of mortal flesh and mortal ability, and is not very super whatsoever. Give me Mr. Hugo Strange. This man, in many instances, has mentally broken a lot of other characters, has fucked up superpowered individuals, and has driven Batman to the brink of insanity, all while being an old nigga, an old bald nigga that is not athletic whatsoever, with some glasses and not athletic whatsoever. For me, I guess like my first time like seeing him in full extent had to be like the Arkham City game, where I just saw this man like fucking up everybody. Granted, I will say he was in that game. He was a patsy to Raish. So I think somebody picked Raish at some point. I didn't pick Raish because I felt like that'd be too easy. But not too many people can fuck with him and his ability. Again, in Batman's rogues gallery, the dude is in the sense of breaking people. Not you can put him and Joker like side to side in regards to their ability to break people, just because he just has more of a technical ability to do so. They approach it in different ways. But yeah, that man is ridiculous. Really quickly before we continue,
Yeah, that's what I was
since he just popped in because I want my boy James to pop out again. James, you here?
Yo, what's up?
What is up, my guy? For people that aren't aware who this individual is, this is one of my original. I think he is the original content creation mentor that I have. James, Mr. Simon, was the guy that helped me in my journey to learn how to video edit, giving me resources, helping me get my first big interviews, and just show me how to do a lot of the behind the scenes things with YouTube in particular. And I'm forever grateful in your assistance and help me get to this point of the channel and content creation in general, because this would not be here without this man right here. So I want to give James his flowers.
I appreciate that, but you're way too kind, my friend. You're way too kind.
Hey, man.
I think it's all the sleepless nights and your tenacity of learning that did it. But I appreciate the kind words.
Of course,
what are we at now?
So we've been going through DC villains and our favorite DC villains essentially. And
nice.
The way we've been doing it popcorn style, well, not popcorn style, but we are essentially going on like a draft board. So if somebody picks the character, you can't pick them, and you get to pick somebody else.
Okay, brother. I love you. I'm gonna pop off. I just wanted to say congratulations. You're awesome. I love all the success. Drop your YouTube channel for my viewers right now.
Yeah, I'll DM it to you in the Discord.
Just say it.
Oh, so you're live right now. I didn't even know you're live.
I'm live.
I didn't see that shit. Yeah, I am Captain Diesel. And my channel is Captain Diesel's Dojo on YouTube. And you can find me at Cap Diesel 24 on pretty much any platform. Yeah.
Go check out his stuff. Definitely do it. I love you. Nice meeting you all.
Love you too, Doc. Appreciate it. Yeah, who's up next? Was that? I just picked Hugo. So who is it back on?
It's you, Ju. My fault.
It's Ju, yeah, because I went first.
So for me, man, my second pick, we on second, right?
Yeah, we're on the second one.
My second pick, I'm gonna go with my boy Vandal, man. Vandal Savage.
I'm not mad at that.
Real one.
There's literally nothing that can defeat him besides Darkseid. I think is probably the only person in the DC universe on the villain side for sure, and the hero side, as we seen, that can defeat him. He's not a one genre villain. He's literally a DC villain. You feel me? He's not a Batman villain. He's not a Superman villain. He's not a Flash villain. This nigga is literally a DC universe villain. So, bruh done put pause on the whole Justice League. And like we done seen what the Justice League holds, and that's Justice League Unlimited. Like where they got at least over 150 members damn near in that motherfucker, and he done put his hands on 135 of them. Let's just say that. Like, brother put pause on about 135 of them. Bro can't even fly, and he literally beat niggas' asses who can fly from the ground. Like, I done seen bro do some outlandish shit. In a sense, bro, low key he like the Thanos of DC outside of Darkseid to me. Like, you feel me? I give Darkseid more the Kang the Conqueror role a little bit. I mean, on that level, or Galactus. I want to know Galactus. Darkseid is more of a Galactus to me, whereas bruh is more of a Thanos. You feel me? Like,
I
Is
can see that.
Vandal Savage that powerful? Because I didn't. If so, I never read this shit. I always thought he was more like a who Ra's al Ghul type nigga. That's all I always thought.
He's got like
Thanos is closer to like Mongol than he is Darkseid. It depends on what items he has or what he has in like his employ. He's still strong, but he's not like a huge threat. Realistically, Hyperion could body him every single day and not lose sleep. Hulk can beat Thanos. Like, if he's got the gauntlet, if he's got other tools, yeah, he can win. But he's not that impressive.
But what is Vandal's whole thing? He builds a group, he built a team, you feel me? Yeah, I mean, he built up a whole group in the shadows, and he master manipulates a whole little situation to go his way. So it's like, and bro can time travel, do all kinds of other stuff. So like, he puts different shit into play to make his schemes go a little further. You feel me? Than most. You feel me? But bro be on his shit. Bro be on his shit. I fuck with Vandal Savage.
He Lex Luthor with some bop in it.
Yeah, he like Lex Luthor 2.0, you feel me? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Cause for one, he immortal. Lex ain't immortal.
Right.
Bruh can go from old tech to new tech, you feel me? And he's super powerful, you feel me, without a bodysuit. You know, Lex gotta get in that bodysuit, but bruh ain't gotta always get in the bodysuit. Cause his immortality kind of takes him a little further, you feel me, on some Wolverine type shit. Like, he goes into shit knowing that like he really can't kill me, so ain't no point of really like, you know what I mean?
But he's got super strength, if I remember right. Like, he's got a enhanced strength.
No, yeah, he got super
not
strength.
like super.
Yeah,
he's not like crazy nothing. He got like a little bit over peak human strength, Captain America strength type shit. You feel me? But
like Conan type shit.
Yeah, it's mind for me though. Like, I like his mind, and I like that he's immortal. So you can kill him, but he'll be back later. So,
but random question I have for y'all, as we brought up Lex briefly, is the Lex Luthor in the Justice League, the animated series, is that man black?
He's very tan because there's actual black characters.
Because I don't know if he's mixed or if he's like just a tan white dude.
That nigga got a lot of swag to not be a black nigga.
The black nigga is crazy. Black nigga is crazy.
Like, yeah, you gotta.
If he wasn't voiced by Clancy Brown, I think it would be up for debate.
Fair enough.
Got you.
What was I about to say? I lost my whole train of thought. Who's up next? Is it Khan?
It's me.
Yeah.
June knows who she technically my number one. He knows who it is. Talking about the Batman Rose Gallery, man. It's my girl Cheshire, man. That's my girl. You feel me? That's my one. You know what I mean?
You love Cheshire.
Man. Love her, bro. I love her. I love everything about her, bro. From her origin stories, that she started off in slavery to, you know what I mean, basically picking herself up by her bootstraps, and she was not a hero for hire, but a criminal for hire. You feel me? And sitting here speaking about Lex Luthor, when he decided to create a team of 6 people to go against all of the criminals and villains and all of that of DC, Cheshire was handpicked by Lex Luthor himself. You feel what I'm saying? Being a part of the Secret Six. So she's dope as fuck. I really talking about my boy Perry when he was talking about like crazy people. She's one of the most craziest, misunderstood characters in the DC universe. one of the best hand-to-hand combatants in the DC universe. Beat up what's her name? Lady Shiva, all types of characters, you know what I mean? Master at Poison. Bro, she's just dope. Every time I seen her touch the screen, bro, she's one of those characters I wish was more fleshed out, and like they would give her own like TV series and shit like that, or give her a live action run, because if she did and they actually got to go into like her character and how she was pretty much manipulated into being a villain, bro. Like the way that what's his name? Red Arrow did her, bro. He pretended to be her boyfriend or pretended to do all that, got her pregnant, and it's like, oh yeah, bitch, I did this to get you, like, you know what I mean, thrown in jail. It's like, damn. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's some betrayal where it's like, how you gonna trust and turn over to be a hero when, you feel me, that's how the heroes get down. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. So yeah. Going with Cheshire.
Where we at now? It is on 8, right?
I think so. I don't think anyone's going to take my pick anyway. Number 2 has got to be the man from Warworld, the conqueror incarnate, entertainer supreme, Mongol. A man that can put the Justice League down. A man that can throw a great show. He's got strength. He's got almost invulnerability. He is a man with a plan and the fun to make it happen. I have loved Mongol since I saw him way back when in Justice League OG, and I have loved him every day since. He is one of my absolute favorite heroes of all time, or villains of all time.
I'm not mad at Mongo. I'm not mad at that. For me, this is somebody that.
Can I get my number 2?
Yeah. Oh shit, because you went last. Yeah. I'm tripping. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Damn,
I keep skipping the last person. My bad.
Let's see here. Give me, because no one's picking my number 3.
Your number 3 is so safe.
I know. And I can't wait to, because that's how
I will not even rage pick it so that you don't, because like I can't defend it at all.
Thank you. So my number 2 pick.
It's a woman. I only can think of 2 women that you would consider.
I can't even think of it, bro.
Oh, I assure you, you all know exactly who it is. You're just not even registering who it could be.
Out there before you get to him, I thought he was gonna either go with Star Sapphire or Granny Goodness, because
that's be a fairy. He's about to be a fairy.
Granny Goodness. I'm going number 2.
I knew it. I knew
Granny Goodness.
Granny Goodness. Because she was gonna be number 1 for me at first.
She's my number 1. She's actually my number 1. I love her. She's perfection. Yeah. She is.
Hold on real quick. So wasn't Granny Goodness black in the comics when she first was introduced?
No, she was white.
Yeah, she's in a white one.
She looked black as fuck.
Man, she does. Like a Betty White.
Yes, exactly. That's and I am a Golden Girls fan. I have a magazine
here. That's why I said that's who's gonna be my number 1. I knew it was only 2 women you was gonna pick.
When I said I'm a Golden Girls fan,
this nigga.
I am a Golden Girls fan.
I ain't got it here, but I got a custom teddy bear like backpack that my homie made, and the inside of it is Golden Girls fabric. So y'all with you, bros.
I am a fan. My boss got this for me when I was in college. Like I love Betty White.
I love. Hey, you would be, man. My grandmother is white on my daddy's side, so I can. When people like, "Oh, your grandma," like, yeah, I'm like, my grandma Betty White. Like, what you mean?
I love Granny Good. She beat Supergirl into submission. You are going to be on my team regardless if you like it or not, and it won't be easy, and you're not going to like it. So
prepare yourself. Big Barda, like,
with Big Barda.
Or still don't want no smoke.
Which also gave us Mr. Miracle, arguably one of the best DC heroes.
I'm Mr. Terrific. My number 2. I think my number 3 is safe. So yeah, I'm good. Give me Granny Goodness. Like, give me.
I'm thinking about not Mr. Terrific. What's Buddy's name? You know, her Barda's husband. I can't remember his name.
Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle. I kept talking about Mr. Terrific.
No, Mr. Miracle, the man that'll make any miracle happen. If he has Doom Tech technology from Darkseid.
Right. For me, this is another one. This is a pick. I low-key didn't think he'd get picked.
Hold on real quick. This is how Granny Goodness looked
I
Is it
can't
two
see
shots?
anything.
Oh, that's crazy. Damn, I'm gonna say it to you, Charlie. Bro, she looks so, bro.
Her first appearance in Mr. Miracle #2, she is white.
Damn, I wish I could show you.
Yeah,
All right,
send me the picture. Send me the picture. Yeah. This person I thought was gonna be safe, but now
And she was modeled after Phyllis Diller.
I don't know what that is. I ain't
she was Peter's mom in Family Guy.
Oh, wait, Peter's mom? I don't remember seeing Peter's parents in Family Guy.
Early seasons before she died.
Okay.
Peter's dad was Irish, and he was played by the guy from Rescue Me, who was also in Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I think his name's like John McLeod. Let me see.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think I gotta hear his voice to know off the top of my head.
Charles Durning was his dad, Francis. And then Thelma was Phyllis Diller.
I'm gonna go with this individual who had a very prominent Batman run, but has not gotten a lot of respect putting on his name since then. And they had a really annoying animated movie with him where I hated how they did that. Give me Mr. Tommy Elliott, Hush. Because this man Batman head in a tizzy, and in Batman Hush was able to manipulate not only Batman but Superman as well, and turn him into a fucking super killer, or potentially a super killer, and so he got stopped. But give me Hush. I love that character, and whenever he's introduced, it just adds a lot of dangerous variables where like you just never know who he is, where he is, and how he's fucking with people. He's like on some Batman type timing as far as prep time, but he don't give a fuck. So yeah, give me Hush.
Fair.
A lot of your favorites are Batman Rogue Gallery.
Yeah, a lot of them are. I mean, there are other ones that I can pick, but a lot of them are just like OD strong, and I try to stay away from the obvious choices like Darkseid or like Sinestro or the Anti-Monitor or shit like that. Because me being a Green Lantern fan, I could have just rung off like a bunch of Green Lantern villains, but
could you though? Could you really say any of them were top 3? Like, if I asked you your top 3 Green Lanterns, you would have to think on it. Obviously, John Stewart's probably, up there. Yeah, obviously.
I wouldn't have to think about my favorite Lanterns. I wouldn't have to think about it at all. I can bring them shits off. It's going to be John Kilowog, John Stewart, Kilowog, and Kyle off top.
I appreciate that Hal Jordan's not up there. He is arguably one of the worst Green Lanterns ever made.
He's literally the problem for. He's responsible for like half the issues with the core.
Yes,
like being destroyed. It's always him.
Issue. Look at Hal and go, "What did you do today?"
Why do they hold him to so much respect? Like in the Green Lantern's core, they say in their own
because he's done the most as well. He's been the biggest hero of the Green Lantern Corps. He's been the most influential. He's the one that the Battery obeys, other than Kyle. But also, fuck him. He has
most shit.
So many lanterns.
It's like, yeah, you got us out of poverty, but you also put us in poverty. This nigga
sense.
Literally had the core come back and like be as prominent as ever, but then also single-handedly destroyed the entire core when he got taken over by Parasite.
Meanwhile, there's Kilowog fixing his problems.
I'd be feeling so bad for Kilowog because he just be there like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Guys, I just want to be with my family right now. You are ruining that for me.
Heavenly.
Kyle just be catching hell, boy. Kyle can't keep a girlfriend out of a refrigerator.
Kyle has not been able to recover after that fridge incident, and he has just been doing everything to get through it.
Poor Mr. Rayner.
Villains like Atrocitus. At least I have the vision of Atrocitus in my head being a villain from the Blackest Night stuff. Where like I literally see him in like pools of blood on planets and murdering people, having Dex Star melt people's faces off and shit.
But then you have to ignore that Brightest Day happened where he helps them win.
That is true. But I'm like, at that point, are you not a villain because you helped somebody? That's like with Vegeta, right? People be like, oh, Vegeta's a hero. This man still committed genocide.
And he has to redeem himself. He has to go through all of that.
Like, how do you redeem yourself from like a mass extermination of an entire race of people? Like you blew the whole planet up.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying when Atrocitus is living the life he had to live, his good and bad is going to be skewed, and he's always going to be angry.
Hey, the diddler had a fucked up life. Not the diddler. Robert had a fucked up life. But Robert, hey, all I'm saying is, if you, granted, I understand that I can understand why you did something, but still be like, fuck you anyway, because you just took that as an opportunity inflicted on other people to make yourself feel better. But I feel you on that with him, because I will say there's a lot of atrocity shit. Was it the one where like he helped him find Santa Claus or some shit like that?
There is
Like,
a dumb one, yeah. It was like a Christmas specialist. I think he has Butcher pull a sleigh or something dumb.
Sure. Where we at? It's on. Is it back on me or is it back on Perry?
I think it's on me.
We on number 2 still.
No, we're on number 1.
No, because Perry just picked Granny Goodness, right?
Yeah.
Was that
Did
it?
Did you get the pictures I sent you, bro?
Oh, I didn't even look. Let me pull up.
Charlie, you just went, so it's back on me, I think. You just
Yeah, because I chose Hush.
We're on 3.
All right, so for me, my third is really conflicted. It's really, really conflicted because a lot of good people have been chosen. So I'm gonna go with my other dog. You feel me? My other homie, Black Adam. You feel me? I don't really know if the nigga a villain though. Sometimes he is, sometimes he ain't.
Yeah, he like an anti.
Like an anti-hero.
But hey, when I say he can't be fucked with 95% of the time, bro, can't be fucked with 95% of the time. You feel me? Even Shazam had
that is not her first appearance.
Is it not? Yeah,
it's not.
No, that is from the 90s.
So with the first one was when?
The first one was in the 60s.
Oh, okay.
1971 was her first appearance in Mr. Miracle 2. So am I. That's why I was confused.
Austin, I was like, that is a black woman. What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's what I said. That's why I was like, my first introduction was her being, you feel me, black. So I was like,
that was, you can tell by how Darkseid is dressed. That's a different Earth, and those are not Jack Kirby designs. Jack Kirby had a very special look. It's a very good Granny Goodness, don't get me wrong, but that Darkseid is all wrong for his proportions. He would have much wider shoulders that would be jutting out, and his head would be like 3 times bigger if it's a Kirby. And Kirby was who made Granny Goodness, so it would be it's how you can tell. It's like Steppenwolf. Everybody thinks Steppenwolf is the guy with like the big horns and everything. He's this green hooded dumbass who just sort of stands there with a really long gun.
I sent you the pic that he did send me of her first appearance, Con. Where we at now? Because he picked Granny. It's on June.
So it's a Black Adam, and then
he said Black Adam.
So it's on you now, Con, right?
Yeah. He want me to. I feel like he want me to say it. I
that's what you want to say, Black Bummy. Like you advocate for him too much for him not to
Black Bummy. Who's Black Bummy?
I guess I'll say Sooth then,
Who
man.
else named outside of Black Adam? There's only one other.
Juneteenth just happened.
Black in their name.
Black Manta. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I forgot about that.
Oh man, hey, not too much. Not too much.
Black Bummy.
Not speaking about taking on the Justice League, he also did the same thing, bro. We not gonna do too much on Black Manta. You feel what I'm saying?
Gonna do the most on that bum.
No, bro. Juneteenth just happened, bro. Don't do that, bro.
What that mean? He been a disgrace to the culture all his career.
That's
so
crazy. He's trying to take over.
That's so much of a disgrace to the culture, bro.
So
that
we can have a peaceful place to be. What do you mean?
Bro, to be fair, he did start as a poacher. Like he's had a lot of evolution as a character.
He started off as a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, who was doing what? What was he hunting? What was he hunting in the ocean and Aquaman had to stop him? What was he doing? What was he illegally doing?
You know what I mean?
Answer that man question, Con. What was he illegally doing?
First of all, I didn't even get to First of all, let's focus on his pros. You know what I
All
mean?
right, okay. Go ahead. Get it off. What are his pros? What are his pros?
His pros, you know what I'm saying? Also, talking about best hand-to-hand combatants, he's also up there, even though he doesn't get his proper respect. You know what I'm saying? He is also extremely intelligent, you know what I'm saying? what else I gonna say? Intelligent. His cause is very just. You know what I'm saying? Majority of his cause is pro-black. You feel what I'm saying? What else? And you know, also because you know the way his relationship with Aqualad, I think he has a really good story. I like the back and forth with him and Aquaman, and really, again, back to Cheshire, they kind of made this man into a villain. Like his introduction into the comics was Aquaman killing his pops. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, nigga, you slid on my dad. I'm sliding on everybody that's down there in the ocean. You feel me? So I respect it, man. When you beef with me, we beef forever. That's my nigga.
Aquaman
Black
slid
Manta.
for no reason.
Huh?
That ain't like Aquaman slid for no reason.
Yeah,
Bro,
but Black Manta didn't know that though.
that's personal. Your daddy was doing his job and hiding from you.
Like
Hey,
Aquaman was just protecting the ocean at that point. He wasn't coming out of the land and hunting him down.
I mean, still, man, your pops get killed in front of you. Are you gonna be like reasonable and be like, you know what? No, he jumped on the boat and killed him in front of you, bro. It's up.
If I knew
Now
what my dad was doing was highly illegal and I pissed off the super water cops, yeah, I'm probably gonna be like, you know what? That's fair. Hey, Chris, flew too close to the sun on that one.
Facts.
What
That was the only. I didn't hear not one pro from that statement though, man.
That's fine. I bet you did it. But that's okay.
I don't think I'm the only one, but I'm for sure speaking for myself. You hear me?
That's one. I hear one pro black person in this conversation.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Okay, let's talk about the important thing here. Black Manta killed Aquaman's son.
Huh?
Can I ask you, what did Black Manta do for the culture? I think I heard you say that. What did he do for us? I don't know.
I just told you his whole little war with Aquaman. He said that he was doing it so we can have a peaceful place to be, black people, because
but he worked
apparently there
under
was
Ocean
no
Master.
safe space.
So the water is a
He
peaceful
said there
place
was
for
no
us to
safe
be.
space. He said there was no safe space on the land for us to be. Therefore, he was gonna bring us to paradise. That's not him. What he said verbatim. That's basically what his motivation was.
Infiltrate. So he's gonna pull a Killmonger and infiltrate somebody else's land, which is basically
that killed another black man. Correct? Yes.
No, it don't matter because
After killing Aquaman's son, I have to remind you, who was an infant.
Ain't killing babies.
He killed his newborn son as a way to get the throne for Ocean Master. Like, let's not make him the paragon we want to make him.
He's not.
He has been a monster every time he's shown up.
I never said he wasn't. I said the monster that you turned him into. Had that never happened,
ain't nobody.
He never had to kill
everybody.
Pulled that knife in his hand. He pulled the knife and went, I gotta kill this baby. It's this baby. I don't know. In 20 years, he might be a threat to not me, but somebody.
Will somebody give me a proper dagger so I may properly stab this baby?
Hit him with the diaper dagger.
You know what I mean? It's the Broly effect, nigga. Yeah, I agree. Take that little nigga out.
He's not even on Aquaman's radar.
We're not even putting Black Bummy on that type of pedestal. Black Bummy. He do a lot of broke, ungrateful shit. So
ungrateful shit is hilarious.
Oh my God. Aiden knew you because I think it's on Aiden now, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Clayface. I like Clayface. Turns into clay, doesn't matter which version you have. Maybe it's the actor one, maybe it's the criminal one. Every time you're getting a great adventure with Clayface, redeemable parts of his character. Character. Loved him in the Bruce Timm Batman, loved him in really any Batman he's in. If there's Clayface, I'm a fan.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at Clayface. Perry, it is on you once again for your final pick.
Safe pick that he said was safe. I'm want to hear
if I'm being a man of culture, being a man of class, I can't believe no one picked him.
Lex Luthor?
Deathstroke.
That's the one I was
now hang on. I'm guessing. Okay, that's a very important distinction because if it's comic book Deathstroke, he sucks.
When you say a man of culture, what culture you talking about? Because, bro, whole ass, that's Drake peoples. You feel me? If you ask me, I'm starting to think
He
Death
beefing
Row.
with kids.
You feel me? Hey, he beefing with kids. He grooming kids. You feel me? Like,
Well, if that's the case,
freaky
then
ass
Bruce
nigga.
Wayne is Drake people because all he do is groom kids and help them get better.
Buddy, you're
But he
spitting
don't-
facts. You
yeah,
don't have to, like, yes. You're
Granted-
saying the quiet part out loud.
Granted, he legally adopted this little nigga, so I mean that's he legally adopted
One of
Robin.
them.
One of
One
them,
of
yeah.
them.
now
And
after he hit Barbara on that roof, I give you that because ain't no way.
yeah, they threw that bullshit in for that animated movie. That was some wild.
Totally
Granted,
unnecessary.
Granted, in the DC animated stuff, apparently him and Barbara had a child that didn't come to pass. Apparently, which is why Dick stopped fucking with him.
No, I stop fucking with him too.
Every
Like,
kid, there's only one conceived child by Bruce, and that's Damien. We have Dick Grayson, that everyone knows. We have Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Stephanie Brown, Damian Wayne. Like, these are all kids. Mine
Lost the kid though. He got Barbara pregnant and she lost the kid.
She gets a pass because she got tortured by the Joker. So
While she was dating this nigga Dick too. That's crazy shit.
So I'm going Deathstroke in Teen Titans. I mean, he's not going anywhere. Teen Titans for sure. He made Robin's life.
why you pick the Teen Titan version when he's a child abuser? You can at least pick the
Fuck them
Titan
kids.
version.
Fuck them kids.
Hey, I'm a part
FTK.
of Team Fuck Them Kids fan club, but damn, like that.
I'm the president of Fuck Them Kids. I kick my kids downstairs. Fuck them.
Them niggas playing video games and chilling, and he over there scheming like, "Fuck that nigga."
Hey,
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, but no, Deathstroke, he tortured Robin even after he was gone, made his life hell.
He did.
He was dead. He thought he was still around.
Man,
they drove him the creator persona that ended up becoming real, and we still ain't found out who the fuck that was in Teen Titans that became Red X for like 2 episodes.
Right.
I don't know.
My guess is that it's still Jason. Is my guess.
Did y'all know that Cheshire whooped on Deathstroke? It's an old ass comic.
Who
bro.
hasn't at this point?
You just
Oh,
won't
that's
hurt
fair.
him.
Not too much on Deathstroke. That
Deathstroke
nigga's
got
boom.
bodied by the ghost of his dead daughter. Like,
Bro, he got bodied by kids. We ain't gonna, since we bringing up the Teen Titans, them was kids. They whooped his ass.
now I'm gonna say this: if I'm a villain wrecking whatever town the Titans are in, and I have to fight Beast Boy, I'm leaving. I don't want to fight a whole ass elephant. I don't want to fight elephant that turns into a bear or a T-Rex. These are not just kids; these are tiny little nukes that are being nurtured into full-on like devastating weapons. And
What's
then
good,
Robin,
Sean? What's good? What's up? What's good, G? I was acknowledging the chat. I didn't even know these things popped in here. Continue. My bad. What were you saying?
oh, Deathstroke's a pussy. That's it.
You gotta fuck that.
food is on this way. I'm gonna smash.
Bro, going bad.
Make
I'm
top
fucking
5
with
Greg,
Deathstroke.
you have outstanding taste. I didn't see this chat, but I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. Yes, Clayface is the greatest superhero video game villain. You're absolutely correct.
You talking about from the Arkham series?
Yeah, it's the one where you have to freeze like
That
his
is-
Clay and then beat him up.
I will say he did have the best fight in that game series. Well, no, because Deathstroke actually had the best fight. In the Arkham
Deathstroke's
series, I'm not
was
gonna lie.
really good.
Yeah, Deathstroke had
One of
the
the
best fight
few
in Arkham
times
series.
he mattered.
Right. I do want to talk about this because me and Perry had a brief conversation about this before we got in here, and I know that one of us has a particular hatred for part of this question here. Who do you guys believe is the best, not only Batman that we've seen in live action, but the best Bruce Wayne we've seen in live action as well? Out of all the different actors from the Val Kilmers, the Bales.
If anyone says Christian Bale, I'm booting you from the server and you can never fucking return. He's the
Say
worst.
it again. I missed the question. I heard Christian Bale. So
Who on screen has had the best performances? Not only as because they can be separate. It need to be like a package deal. But who's been the best Batman and the best Bruce Wayne that you've seen on screen so far?
Michael Keaton.
Are we doing voice acting as well or just live action?
No voice acting. That's too easy.
How is that too easy? I
'Cause
feel
we
like
know-
I have a
hey,
different
there's only
answer.
one name.
No, there is not. No, there is not. The fact that you think there is shows.
There's only one. We're not doing
No,
that.
there is not.
We're not doing that.
You
respect. You gonna pull fucking not James Marsden. What's buddy's name? Fucking Soldier Boy. Oh my god.
I already told you. It's not the guy from Supernatural.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. So who else was fucking played back?
Peter
The
Weller.
fuck you got a problem with Christian Bale for? We ain't talking about that. What's your problem with Christian Bale? He's arguably everybody's favorite Batman. Like, what the fuck?
He's not. He was carried by the fucking villains. 100%. I've proven this. Take every acting of those. He was carried by Joker throughout the entire movie. He was carried. His fighting scenes was robots. He was not Batman. He was a fucking robot. He did not do anything outside of being a playboy like Bruce Wayne. He was not a Batman.
That's where the separation is. The best Batman versus the best Bruce Wayne. So we can start with the best Batman.
Okay, I'll let you go. I was gonna go. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's start with the best Batman, and we can move it to the Bruce Waynes after that. The best appearance that you've seen of Batman on screen. And Aiden, if you want to talk about the voice actor, feel free to. Because granted, if it's not Conroy, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know, but Con, we can start with you since you had something to say.
No, because you know how Con is, man. You know I'm gonna say something that everybody gonna disagree with, bro. You go.
That's the point. That's the point of the question. That's the point of the question.
Try and tell me Granny Goodness was black when she premiered. I'm not gonna disagree.
Oh man, I'm gonna say something crazy because I know everybody hate him, but I love him, and it's not this. It's not who this nigga thought I was gonna pick, but even to that, I think that's crazy. But
I think you gonna pick his favorite actually.
My favorite is, and I know a lot of people have a lot of gripes because of the suit and shit, but my favorite is George Clooney. That's
George
my favorite
Clooney.
Batman.
Wow.
That's my favorite Batman, bro.
Explain yourself. Explain yourself.
He's
He's 90s.
Or at least, are you talking about Bruce Wayne? He's my favorite Bruce Wayne. Like, he's my
So we're
favorite.
talking about Batman first. We're getting to Bruce Wayne's next.
Batman first?
Favorite best Batman.
Yeah, fuck with this nigga talking about. I'm going with my nigga, bro. I'm going with Michael, nigga. I said, yeah, because like he said, bro, like to his point, which I don't agree with, I feel like even in the Batman series, like we're talking about Batman comic wise, animated series, whatever, Batman is carried by the villains. Like I don't watch Batman just for Batman. I really watch it for the villains. I watch it for
what Joker. Did Christian Bale do as Batman that was amazing? Give me three. What did he do as Batman? What did he do that stood out?
Who you talking about, my nigga?
Christian Bale as Batman. Batman, what did he do as Batman?
He bangs ass
as a robot. Continue. Even though
I see what you're saying. I hate that I see what you're saying, but it makes sense.
How do you whip Bane's ass if you just going robot? He literally went hand in hand with my nigga.
That's not what he's saying.
His fighting choreography in the Dark Knight series was robotic. There was nothing robotic about Batman at all.
The only reason I'll give you that is because that's not necessarily 100% on him. That's the way they built that suit. And historically,
it's very hard to move in.
Historically, all the Batman suits have been very hard to move in and been like that, where you can't turn your fucking head at all. That didn't change until like recently.
But you said true. So therefore, it does not matter.
So I'm not okay. I feel you. I'm not.
Okay, and that's fine. But fucking Charlie knows the worst Batman to me. And if we go like choreography and all that shit, is fucking what's that new Robert Pattinson, nigga?
I know.
I hate that nigga as Batman or Bruce Wayne. That is a robot. That's literally Terminator, nigga. He didn't know fighting choreography. He was just taking bullets, taking shots, and just nothing. Nigga, shit was ass.
We'll talk about that.
Choreography ever in Batman, if you ask me.
We'll talk about that soon. So that's your Clooney is your favorite Batman.
Yes, my favorite Batman is my nigga Christian Bale. That's my favorite.
Oh, Bale. Okay, all right.
Yeah. I know my boy Jude probably gonna choose Michael Keaton, but I'm choosing Christian Bale.
My favorite Batman, you know, is my nigga. As long as you know that.
We here with it. You know,
so you going with the OG? You going in with the OG then?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Of course. What?
Now hang on. That's not the OG, and you know it. He had a movie. He had a movie. You still got to say Michael.
According to my calculations, ass motherfucker.
We know he not the OG, but relatively, I'm guessing all of us in here are around the same age.
Yeah, I'm going with this particular version of Batman.
He's like, oh, this is the 90s version. I'm like, I'm a 90s, of course. That's what I'm
90s baby. You feel me?
89.
But yeah,
I only say the OG because of that particular version of Batman where he wasn't comedic and wasn't making jokes and shit, and didn't have bat shark spray and bat rope and bat condoms and bat.
It got serious with that Batman. Hey, all jokes aside, man, all that shit out the window.
I've seen a video about this that I wholeheartedly agree with. I talked to Perry about this earlier and why I don't like the Affleck Batman as much because of the no kill shit. Most of them Batmans drop bodies. Like that kid was killing people. He was killing people.
Explosions and all.
That's my like one of my number one rules. I'm like, all right, I'm grading you best Batman. Does he kill people? Because I just like Batman has like one rule, nigga. And if you breaking that one rule, then like the essence of the character is broken. Because he has that one rule to the point to where it like drives him as an individual. Where he will sacrifice lives just so he doesn't kill nobody. Let alone use guns, which is why I don't like the Affleck one as much because this nigga literally is using guns in future versions. I'm like, why the fuck are you killing people with? Anyway, Aiden, you're up next, right? Or is it Perry? I think it's you.
Do you want to go, Perry?
I don't think we'll have the same favorite Batman.
I doubt it. I'm all facts and logic, apparently. I'll give my answer.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and push up my glasses here. First off, I feel voice actor wise, we need to put some, respect on Diedrich Bader's name. He has done an excellent job with Batman. Now, is he Kevin Conroy? Absolutely not. But he is a damn good Batman. Batman the Brave and the Bold harnessed what Silver Age Batman was.
I can give you that. I was Brave and the Bold. That voice actor was nice. I'll give you that.
Diedrich Bader really puts his heart into it, and he needs respect. He loves the job, and you can tell. As far as on-screen Batman goes, like fighting-wise, I'd say...
You say it, and it's disgusting because you just made fun of Sean last weekend.
Yeah.
Don't say it.
I forgot about that.
His fucking name.
Okay, hear me out. No, that's actually not my pick for best Batman. As sad as it is, I think you're absolutely right, and I hate you for best Bruce Wayne. Absolutely. But I actually have to go with Robert Pattinson's Batman. I think not only does he have the best career, it is purely because he can do more as Batman because they figured out the suit. He is a very solid year one Batman. The acting was not bad. I genuinely enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed every bit of it. I thought it was really solid.
Anybody pick right now? Like
it's again when you think about George Clooney's Batman could barely move. Michael Keaton's Batman, he's doing this. Like if we're thinking about the Dark Phantom, the one that's like swooping down and using those dexterous, aerobic moves and things that make you think like, oh snap, this is a black Batman Phantom shadow coming after us. It's Robert Pattinson's Batman. I know it's not the popular answer. I know it's not what a lot would say is the correct answer, but he was able to move better than any other Batman before him, and I'm excited for what they can do for Batman going forward now that they've had this Batman.
Yeah, because the only Batman that had good choreographies were Affleck and Pattinson because they could actually move.
So and that's built on years of Batman.
Bro, top tier. I ain't gonna lie. That little
wait, we'll get to it. Hold on, because we're gonna continue the conversation when we get to my.
Hold on, I just want to say because to Jules' character, Michael Keaton, I'm not even going on my own character. To his point, Michael Keaton, if we're counting the fucking, even though a lot of people don't like the movie, the Flash movie, that was great choreography.
That was CG.
So it was great. It was great. It was great. A lot of that was CG. A lot of that was CG though. It wasn't like choreography. A lot of it was
CG. Almost all of it was CG.
Like a lot of that wasn't him moving. It was a computer generated scene of like a nigga doing backflips. So if we getting technical,
okay, all right, okay.
And then Perry, you said who'd you go with? Oh, I know who you're going with, Perry. I'll go last, but I know you're going with.
It's the correct answer.
Okay.
Best cinematic Batman on screen is Ben.
Okay.
The best cinematic Batman on screen is Ben. We're not roboting our way. We're not dance battling our way to victory. We're fighting. What is Batman? And Khan, what
detective?
Is Batman?
The world's greatest detective?
And who is he trained by, Charlie, since we talked about it?
A lot of people, actually.
Well, whose daughter is he fucking on? Whose daughter is he fucking on?
That's another. That's a lot of them, actually.
Now that depends on the origin story.
We know this one. People. Who has the child? Who had Bruce's boy?
We're going with Talia. Okay, he had the baby.
Oh, yeah, cool. Okay, we know where we're going with
this. Selena had a baby too.
Man, no, we know who his child, Damian Wayne. What is he a part of through that? The League of what?
League of Shadows. Okay, I see your point there. Okay,
then. Stop that robot dumb shit. Christian Bale was a good Bruce. He wasn't a good Batman. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Shit was trash.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Okay.
These are facts.
So
these are facts.
For me, I am going to
as Batman.
I'm gonna go.
Zack Snyder just can't write good movies.
Yeah, niggas not write good movies.
Now you're spitting facts, but they are Venom.
They are Venom. I'm gonna go with the unpopular opinion as well. I'm gonna go with Pattinson for me, and I say that for the factor of when I look at again, Perry's big point is the League of Shadows. I will give you that, but before that was a big premise of it, like a huge premise of his character. The best thing about Batman is that again, he is the world's greatest detective. The nigga is a detective first and foremost. That is like his identity, and he solves crimes. When I look at, so in particular, I think, I may make a video about this at some point too. I want to make a lot of videos at this point. But when you look at like the animated series is usually like the pinnacle of what people consider to be the appearance of Batman with Conroy and all that stuff. When you look at how he enters a scene, let's say there's a crime scene, right? He enters in, his presence is felt by all the cops there. They look at him like he's a fucking monster, and he analyzes the scene and breaks things down. That's damn near verbatim what happens, or like a scene for scene comparison to the introductory scene of the Batman. He walks in, the cop's like, who the fuck is this? He's analyzing a scene, he's solving a mystery, solving a crime, and then he says a few words to Jim Gordon, and he's actually solving crimes. He's not just fighting kaiju battles or lighting buildings on fire, not lighting buildings on fire, but just blowing shit up. Because I feel like that's the weakness with a lot of the previous iterations of Batman is they're really, really reliant on their gadgets, like super reliant on gadgets. And this Batman is rudimentary. I can understand Khan's point, but to the point of like the way the choreography was what it was, keep in mind, this is year one Batman. He is not left to go train nowhere in the world. He got some tech, put that shit together, built a suit, and went out to fight niggas. He didn't train with anybody yet. He hasn't learned how to be an escape artist. The only thing he has right now is his brain and the fucking tank suit that he built up, which was not mobile whatsoever. Which, again, we're going to see in future iterations of the other movies of the trilogy, like how the suit develops, because I know it's going to change at some point, and he's going to get tech upgrades and learn more shit or whatever else. But for a year one Batman, the only thing I asked Batman to do two things. Do not kill people, and be smart and solve some shit. That's the only thing I ask. Be smart and don't kill people. Those are the only two things that Batman has to have at a rudimentary level for me to be like, all right, you're considered a Batman.
My question to you, Charlie, is if you want Batman to be smart, how in God's name did you like Arkham Knight?
Arkham Knight?
Yes.
I didn't like
the video game.
I like the graphics. I didn't like the game. Like the story. Okay. I love the gameplay, like the fight.
Concept.
The fight. But I didn't like this. I've talked about publicly how I hate that fucking story. How we got lied to. They were like, it's a brand new original character that you've never seen before. They dropped a whole fucking single run comic of Gotham, of the Arkham Knight and shit, just for us in like the first hour to know it was fucking Jason. Like within the first hour of the game, you knew who it was. If you were any kind of a Batman fan, you knew it was Jason. For me, like my favorite Batman game and story is Arkham City forever ever. Oh man,
that's just a solid story though.
Arkham City is like really tight, and I think didn't Bruce Timm help write that? Yeah. So the dude that was responsible for the animated series helped write that. That's why it's so fucking amazing. But Khan, I know you want
Bruce Timm is why DC's as popular as it is. Let's be honest.
G, your ass should have been pulled up. I don't want to hear that. You should have been in here.
Pull up, nigga.
This nigga G talking about y'all gonna have me pull up. You should have been here. Khan, now you have something you want to get off your chest. What do you have to say? Because I know we've had this conversation a couple times.
Before he go, I just want y'all to know right now, bruh hurt because he did not like the Robert Pattinson.
I know.
It's okay to be
I
wrong.
loved it. It wasn't the Batman he wanted it, but I kept trying to get through his thick skull that it's literally year 1, 2 of Batman. So like he's not the Batman you want to see yet.
He's
I mean, the Penguin is literally establishing how Cobblepot rises to being the Penguin. Like it's everything is still being set up.
Like his rogues gallery isn't even established yet. The only one that was established was the Riddler, and hell, the Penguin wasn't even established. Like you said, he wasn't even established yet because the Falcone was still there.
Just a Falcone grunt.
What do you have to say? I know you have a lot to say.
I have so much to say. It's crazy. I'm gonna be calm because I was finna like spaz, but I'm gonna be calm. First, we talking about suits, right? Because that was the biggest. Oh, the suit. This nigga Robert Pattinson shoes or whatever the fuck you want to call that with his ankle when he hits the ground makes a whole Terminator click like the fucking Wild Wild West. To this guy's point, he said, "What? Batman's a what? He trained with the who? So why do you make click sounds when you walk?" It literally starts off the movie like that when he's coming out the shadows. And when I said it to Charlie, he was like, "Oh, it's supposed to put fear in people's heart when they hear him coming." He is a ninja. He should be making no sounds when he walks. So I don't give a fuck if it was inspired by the Terminator movies and shit like that. That's not Batman.
So let me ask you a question then. Let me ask you a quick question.
But didn't Charlie state that this is year 1 Batman, so he's not a ninja?
So who taught him how to be a ninja? We established he learned by going to train with the League. This Batman is not trained. Perfect example, in the movie, when did you ever see him do a stealth takedown in the movie where he snuck up and took somebody down? Every fight he's winning. Okay, so if he doesn't know how to do it, how do you expect him to just do it? Because at this point, he's like, I want to protect my city. I built this suit so I don't get shot and die, and I'm going to go punch niggas. And I'm going to build a fucking car. He has not gone to train to become a ninja or anything of the sort. This is year 1 Batman. Year 1.
So hold on. To my knowledge, before Batman became Batman, he did study with the
No.
He fought for a little bit, realized he needed to learn more, and then went and trained, and then came back to Gotham, which is when the Rogues Gallery started to develop itself.
Because the comic is based off on, if you go read Batman Year 1, the comic is based off on, which is like his first year as Batman. By the end of that, he was like, I need to be better. And that's when he went off to go train with the League and go meet Zatara and all the other shit. And then came back a different type of Batman.
Even to that point, he had, like, you feel me? His suit wasn't like robotic, like he's like we talking about robotic movements. He didn't have that type of suit in Batman Year 1. It was like cloth like. You feel what I'm saying? So even to that shit was weird to me.
You're adapting that to modern day shit though, where if you get shot, like,
and I still find that to be weird because he's still using the shadows to his advantage, just like he would as the way he learned in the League of Assassins. So that's weird if he didn't have that training to use that to his advantage.
More of a bad thing, like the shadow part.
Yeah,
like,
he's not. He's using it.
He's trying to be a shadow wearer. He doesn't know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, like it's someone trying to do something versus being taught something firsthand. Like that's how it goes. Like
he's just doing shit.
But let's move that into Charlie's point about him being a detective.
Right.
Bro, so we know Batman to be like the smartest detective in all of the DC universe. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
When he was trying to the first tool that was used, I think it's the Riddler, or who is this person? I forget.
It's the Riddler.
It's the Riddler, right? He used a bulldog to kill his first, you know what I mean? His first victim, and he didn't even know what that was, and it was the first biggest clue to the whole thing to lead him.
He didn't see that. He didn't see the bulldog to the end. He didn't see the bulldog to the end, like that the carpet tool. He didn't see that till the end. Like they found that at the end when they went to his apartment. He didn't leave it at the scene because he used it throughout the whole movie.
He used the bulldog to
use the hammer. He used the hammer to kill his first victim.
Are you sure?
Because the bulldog wasn't used to make a kill. The bulldog was used to like put carpet down to hide that plan he had on the fucking floor.
Well, whatever the case may be, he didn't know what the tool was. You feel what I'm saying? It took a cop in the scene to tell him what that tool was. And that's a very basic tool. So for you to be the best detective ever, and you're getting that, you feel me, information from a regular cop, it was like, this is not Batman, bro. He's not even doing detective skills right.
Part of
Well,
year
you're still
one,
year one.
It's year one.
Oh, everybody knows what a bulldog is.
Nope.
I don't know.
I did not.
Hey, now that's
Okay,
because
well,
prior
let me
to
say
y'all
like
just
this,
saying it
Bat-
and describing it and
Batman
me
should
catching
know.
on, I didn't know what the fuck y'all meant by a bulldog.
Batman
So
should
that's
know.
cap for right here.
So that's a tool used for laying carpet in construction.
No, I
A
didn't.
rich boy, how would he know what that was just looking at it?
Because he's supposed to be a detective.
He figures
Bruce Wayne,
Doesn't-
rich
so-
boy extraordinaire, know what anyone uses to carpet.
because
Because
No,
he's a
not at all.
detective.
No, he wasn't. Year one, you don't get the whole point of year one, right? He has none of these skills, bro. He's literally
He's supposed
growing
to
into
fail.
that stage. And if you ever heard the saying, you would know where it's like the greatest masters were the biggest failures from the beginning. So Bruce Wayne literally sucked. Gotham shows you that. The show Gotham, Bruce Wayne into his little dark era and super vigilante was completely ass. But he tried and was so resilient that he got great and became the master that we know today in his craft. Year one,
For him
ass.
not to know what a basic bulldog tool is, bro, it doesn't matter if he is a rich boy, whatever the case
I don't
may
know
be.
what the fuck that
He
was.
is a detective, and if you're going to like the movie for him to be a detective, but everybody else has to connect the pieces for him. Even Riddler thought that this man was a genius, which is why he chose him to follow his steps, because he's like, oh, we're having an intellectual conversation that nobody else understands because you're that good of a detective. He thought that him and Batman were on the same side because he gave him too much credit, so much to the point where he was like, oh man, like he said, I thought too highly of you because you're not that smart, nigga.
Yeah,
So it's like,
that was great.
Being a detective doesn't necessarily mean that you just know everything. You're not omnipotent. It means you can deduce things from the evidence that's given to you. If you look at the animated series, any movie, let's take on the animated series just because that's a lot of people's like pinnacle of the Batman and his appearances and whatnot.
I just want to say one thing before we go into the animated series, because this is the one thing that the animated series does not do it justice. We forget how much Commissioner Gordon was a mentor to young Bruce Wayne. Like, he became world's greatest detective because of Gordon. Gordon gave him the tools. He could have arrested him 10,000 times. Realistically, he knew who Bruce Wayne was. He knew who Batman was under the cowl. He could have arrested him, but he knew he was a good symbol for Gotham. So yeah, Gordon became his friend, but he was his mentor for a lot of it. And that's why Jeffrey Wright in the Batman.
Jeffrey Wright did an amazing job.
Right. Oh yeah, you gotta remember in some continuities, Gordon is the responding officer to Bruce's parents getting murdered. That was the responding officer to that call when the motherfucking Waynes got killed in that alley. So yeah, Gordon has been there from day one of, you know, Bruce's trauma and transitioning into being who we know Bruce to be today.
And to the animated series point, I can specifically think of a lot of instances where he has like found some kind of powder, some kind of tool, some kind of device or card or whatever it may be, and he's had to take it back to the Batcave to analyze the properties of it, what it is, and then he figures out what that is in comparison to the crime scene that was going on.
Or when he has to ask a scientist what something is.
I was about to say, even when he got to go ask his own scientists at Wayne Industries and all of this other places to analyze something for him and give him the answers, like
he be hitting up Lucius all the time about like, hey bro, what is this?
I never hit the nigga on being a scientist and shit. We ain't talking about that, but we all know that Bruce is an amazing engineer. So for you not to know what a bulldog is crazy.
But
that's
he was still a tycoon in year one. Like he wasn't.
Come on, bro. He already has a tech suit. He's already using technical advances, bro. So it's like for you not to know what a bulldog is weird, bro.
So just because you decide to go from being rich to being a semi-detective, you automatically know what household appliances are. Every last one of them.
I would hope so.
Not even household appliances, but like a specific appliance with a specific job. Like the only job for this tool is for laying down carpet. And again, you're a rich dude who has never been in construction whatsoever. I don't expect you just to know what it is off top.
That's like you saying if the nigga decide to walk in the kitchen one day and make himself a sandwich, now he know everything in the kitchen that's being cooked. That nigga Alfred still make that nigga meals.
You know what it's like? That's like you. It's like you applying to be a chef, and now you know what all the gardening tools are. Like it's like
because you're using tools of a different kind,
using a different set of tools, and it's random. I don't know if that's your only. Is that your only thing you're hung up on though? Like the fact he didn't know what this one specific tool was.
The suit thing, the whole fact that he had no sense of duality of both Bruce and fucking Batman, like he was the same nigga.
But he didn't have that in year one either. If you look back at year one,
it's literally just year one, therefore it's bad.
Type of persona the nigga didn't even try.
Yeah, because Alfred, remember, even in the animated series, Alfred had to tell him, like, hey, you should probably keep up appearances so people don't figure out who it is.
I get, but I'm saying though, he didn't even try to have a different mentality. He didn't even try to act as if he was not invested as a vigilante. Like he's still showing up to the mobster's house as him with the same grievances, with the same questions that Batman would, and walking through the front door in both personas, as Bruce Wayne and as Batman.
He did pull up to that. He did pull up
year one, bro. That's like you going into high school as a freshman thinking you know everything about
Batman. Year one was still using fire escapes and all that stuff to sneak in the windows and all of that, bro. Like y'all keep saying year one, like the nigga had no tactics, no thought process, nothing. Like, you gotta stop that, bro.
Just because you have a few tactics doesn't mean you're this expert ass fucking vigilante Batman that you know.
I'm saying at least
and even to that point though, Con, like keep in mind he went to that funeral as Bruce Wayne made an appearance there. It was smoozing with the mayoral candidate and people were seeing him. He pulled up in the Lambo and everything else. Like he made an appearance as Bruce Wayne in that movie.
Okay.
I'm saying he did what you wanted. Like you wanted to.
He didn't use that persona to his advantage, though.
He was talking to people. He was talking to the mayoral candidate. People wanted to talk to him.
They came up and talked to him.
He didn't pull up with hoes like in Batman Begins, but the nigga pulled up as Bruce Wayne in the Lambo.
I guess if that's what you think. Like, I don't fuck with the character. I don't fuck with the Batman. I don't fuck with none of that in that movie. I feel like it should have been a Catwoman movie, because Selena Kyle fucking carried that fucking movie and she did an amazing job. That's how I feel.
That was my least favorite character in the whole movie. She carried it.
She carried it.
I ain't told you. I'd rather say Colin Farrell carried it as the Penguin before
Colin
I said that.
Farrell put in a lot.
Colin Farrell, he put in work as the Penguin in that movie.
I'm
as a
villain,
sure, I give him that. But I'm saying if I wanted a hero to do the movie, I didn't want Robert Pattinson at all. Is what I'm saying. That's how much I dislike his role. If they would have kept just Catwoman and kept everybody else, it still would have been fire. That's what I'm saying.
I can feel you. I respect the opinion on it. I'm just like the bulldog. If that's your main thing, is the bulldog, you didn't know the carpet, carpet tool.
I made multiple drops, bro. Like,
but all those drops are like.
There's nothing like detrimental.
I ain't never seen Batman talk crazy to Alfred like that. Has he had his little moments? Yeah, but the way he was talking to Alfred in that movie really rubbed me the wrong way, bro. Like, we all know that Batman adores that man.
Did you watch Gotham?
The show?
Or the Nolan trilogy?
Like before
I seen like 2-3 seasons of Gotham. Not to the point where he became Batman though.
Yeah, bro. Bruce was a spoiled little asshole at first. Like, bro, when he got in his emotions, he didn't know how to manage his emotions. You know, being a rookie in this craft, bro, used to get very emotional and talk crazy, dang.
Hey, everything you talked about to this point happened in the Nolan shit. That you like the Batman you prefer with Bale. All this shit happened. Like he had Alfred have to tell him, "Hey, go make appearances, go to public, like, go meet people in public with women, so people don't just figure out you're Batman. Hey, you should probably talk to Lucius about what this thing is." And he put up to Lucius to find out what.
Christian Bale did an amazing Bruce.
He did an amazing Bruce, but again, the nigga wasn't making that appearance though. He was because remember, keep in mind, in the first movie, this particular scene where he woke up the next morning and this nigga Alfred bought him green juice and he drank the green juice and immediately went in and doing push-ups. He was like, "Hey, this event's happening tonight. You should probably go." And he's like, "I don't want to go to that. I don't want to go to that."
I'm not mad at them.
That's what I'm saying. Everything he did, all the same shit.
I'm saying that when Robert Pattinson did it, there was no change of character. There was no change of trying to put on a different.
That I can agree with. He wasn't a great Bruce Wayne. I'll give you that.
He kept it dark. He kept it broody. He kept it snobby. It was no change of character at all.
I will give you that. I will give you that. He wasn't a great Bruce Wayne. I'll give you that.
But billionaire playboy.
Wasn't the question which one was the better Batman?
Yeah, the question was the better Batman. We got into Bruce Wayne stuff. Yeah, no, I brought not like his performance as a Bruce Wayne, because your whole thing was that he didn't make an appearance. Like he didn't go to, like he just stayed locked in 24/7.
I never said he didn't make an appearance. I said when he did it, he didn't change tactics. He still showed up as if he was the same nigga. Walked through the same door, asked the same questions as if he's still a vigilante, even though he's not in costume. That's what I'm saying. Like, any criminal should have picked up, "Oh, this is Batman." Like, you know what I mean? Like, you showed up seconds, minutes later, asking the same type of questions, acting the exact same way. He did it with everybody, bro. There was no switch up in character at all.
I can understand.
I don't know. Also with this, it's year one Batman, but it's also the growth of the billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne. Like, again, like how y'all brought up the Christian Bale, he had to be told to go put on these personas as Bruce Wayne. He didn't give a fuck about being Bruce. So like him going back out as Bruce, bro, literally had to learn how to make a Bruce Wayne persona and separate it from his Batman persona. And that's also being shown in this movie. He's not playboy philanthropist Bruce Wayne yet. He's just Bruce Wayne, basically orphan Bruce Wayne with an inheritance of money. He's not playboy Bruce Wayne yet at all in this movie either, because he doesn't know how to separate the two personalities. So right now he's moving on one frequency. I am who I am on both accords. So you got to realize that too, Con. He's neither one of the people that you know in the versions of Batman that you've seen up until these days of your time. Because every time we've gotten a Batman movie or a Batman show, it's in the late career of him being Batman, or it's in the middle of his career as being Batman. These are the first looks that we're getting at, like the early stages of Bruce and Batman, as far as the Gotham series and this Batman series. And even with the Christian Bale, you got to remember, I believe the first movie is where he faced Ra's al Ghul or somebody, and that's literally him coming back from after, you know, training with them. So that literally ain't too far away from this right here that's happening right now. So it's, but I'm saying he hasn't left yet, like how they was telling you earlier. He hasn't left yet to even go through the ninja training.
Ghostmaker and all that stuff when he was like a teen and all that shit before.
I mean, that's a Ghostmaker's like really fucking new. That's like brand new.
But I am saying, wasn't he training with Ghostmaker before he became Batman?
I haven't done a deep dive on Ghostmaker.
He was. So I'm saying even then he should still have some form of tactics, fighting ability, something.
He did. What do you mean he did? Did you not see him fight all them fucking
it was niggas busting automatic rounds in the middle of a hallway, and this nigga was just walking through like the Terminator, no dodging, no nothing, no tools, nothing. He just walked straight through.
Because he turned
is more than likely. He didn't really do no flips. He didn't do no judo. He didn't do no.
He didn't have none of those skills.
Batman Year One had no mastery of any type of fighting ability.
You don't have to have mastery. I'm saying it was.
You literally just said judo. Judo. He didn't practice any type of fighting ability. He is going into the world of
mastery. That don't mean he don't know it.
He doesn't.
By the time you're comparing a master to a Year One freshman. That's not going to happen. You're not going to get someone to do anything that's comparable to someone in their career that has been doing this already. Christian Bale, when he finally got into the suit, is already being trained by Ra's al Ghul. Once he left that entire training, he has mastered the art. He was one of Ra's al Ghul's greatest students. He is not this. He is going off emotions. He is going off the loss of his parents. He thinks I can change this without actually being in the field. You're from a place where you have to know the streets. He didn't know the streets, so he thought if I can put this suit on, I can do the same, and I can move the same without the suit on. That's not Batman Year One, which they've done in the comics. He is learning on how to diverse himself from being Bruce Wayne and then the Batman. Because at the end of Year One, in the movie itself, not Robert Pattinson, he did the one thing that Batman always does to Detective Gordon, was disappear. He didn't do that during the entire series. And he did that at the end of Batman Year One, where he completely disappeared when he's like, I have to start being mysterious. I have to start practicing being the Batman and start mastering the fact of being Bruce Wayne. Because Gordon already picked up who I am.
And I will say there's a specific thing where Matt Reeves is trying to do with this one, where his development that he wanted for Bruce Wayne was for him, because like I said, in the initial beginning of the film, like even in his monologue, he wanted to utilize the fear of Batman to like make villains not do stuff. And then by the end of it, he was like, okay, Batman's which I don't know if I agree with 100% yet, but his big thing, he wanted to make Batman like a beacon of hope now, which is why he was like literally like the imagery was him shining that fucking the flare, leading people out of the fucking pit or whatever else. That was like his particular story he was trying to tell there. So it's almost, I feel like we're comparing apples to oranges slightly in regards of expectations for him, because again, the movie wasn't perfect by any means, but yeah.
So just so you know, before he became Batman, he was training with Ghostmaker. I'm just saying.
But that's something that when did Ghostmaker make his first appearance? That was like 2022 or 2023.
Yeah, that was
out of the 75 years of his history, he had never done it before. But you taking one thing.
It's part of his origins.
For that particular run, though, and all the current Batman runs right now, Ghostmaker doesn't exist in every run that's going on right now. He exists in that particular one. He's not a universal character.
Yeah. The niggas in that, he's in that flashpoint. Because
that did annoy me, though. I'm not gonna lie, because where the fuck you pulled out this Ghostmaker nigga out of nowhere?
Yeah, that's just to give more backstory for people like Khan to justify.
He's fired.
No, I'm just.
He's a cool character, but
he like a swaggy Moon Knight.
He's a cool character and looks cool, but I'm like, for you to just pull like, hey, we know he went off and trained, but before he did that, there's this random nigga he knew that he trained with forever that hates him.
It feels like an OC that got inserted in. Like, this is my guy. He trained with Batman, and he's really cool, and he does flips and stuff. And he's like Batman, except he's Korean. And he's also really cool, and he feels no fear and feels no empathy, and he's really awesome.
And then becomes his like best friend after the fact.
Yeah, and they play crime together. But you know, he keeps him in check.
Backstory 75 years into somebody's lore, like that.
They just made a bootleg Azrael essentially. Like he's literally just Azrael, but he's
without all the crazy.
Yeah, like again, he looks cool. I love his design because again, like you said, he's just
a rad design.
He's Moon Knight essentially in fucking DC, but. Moving on, because we've been on the Batman stuff for a minute now. I want to get into the Bruce Wayne stuff because I know that most people would say Bale was the best Bruce Wayne, but I heard you say differently. You said it was Clooney was your favorite Batman? Favorite Bruce Wayne.
George Clooney was my favorite.
George, I said that already.
You said Clooney? Or who? Both y'all can go into it then. I don't know who goes first.
You're not the only person. Not the only person that said it. It's okay. He probably just didn't hear you, but he heard me. But yeah, I did say George Clooney is my favorite Bruce Wayne. I don't know, it's just something about, bro. He give me Brucey vibes. You feel
it's
me?
George Clooney, bro. He has the riz. It's natural.
He's real life Bruce Wayne.
George Clooney already gives me Bruce Wayne vibes, like him by himself. Like I don't feel like he had to do too much acting to be Bruce. You feel me? Like Brett gave me that Playboy, I'm about to knock some hoes, and you feel me? I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. Yeah, but I like the George Clooney.
Wasn't George Clooney the one who did the movie with is it Jack Nicholson?
No, that was Keaton. Was the Nicholson one? That was the first one. 89.
Oh, okay.
89 was Keaton. Yeah. Clooney was the one that had the bat nipples in the back car.
But the
with Bane,
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger,
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze and
I still
Poison
love
Ivy.
it.
Poison Ivy.
Still love it. Yeah, that Bruce, my boy George Clooney was the swaggiest. You know what I mean? It was the most switch up. I feel like out of all the characters that all the actors that played Bruce Wayne, he had not only the persona but also the best voice that was suited for that character. Because I feel like everybody else tries to even though I said that not Michael Keaton but Christian Bale was a great Batman. I hated that nigga's voice. I hated that. I hated that shit. You feel me? But to my boy George Clooney, his natural voice and what he did with Batman just worked so smoothly. You feel what I'm saying? So like his character that he did for Bruce Wayne and transitioning into Batman, I feel like that persona, how he talks and how he carries himself, he conveyed that the best. So yeah.
The only pushback I'll give on that is I feel like he didn't change it too much from Batman. Like to your point with like the Pattinson shit,
He didn't have
Clooney was Clooney in Batman suit and outside of Batman suit.
Yes,
I would say Keaton because I think Keaton did the closest thing to the Conroy stuff where he didn't put on a fucking Bale raspy voice, but like he lowered his tone a little bit. He spoke in a different articulation or what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, like he switched up a little bit and like spoke in different speech patterns a little bit. But I can. Clooney was literally Bruce Wayne in real life, so I can understand. I can understand that point. He was on these hoes in real life with the money and shit. So
also just be me. Oh, okay, I got y'all.
Christian Bale, he gave me that. You know, like when you getting choked out and you trying to talk. Like I said, stop choking me. That's what on Soul Plane when that nigga said, "What's your safety word, bitch?" When I say stop choking me, stop motherfucking choking. That's who Christian Bale sound like as Batman to me.
I didn't
get this nigga Hall's mint. Please get this nigga Hall's mint.
What's crazy? I didn't remember it being as bad until I went back and rewatched Batman Begins, and it was really fucking bad. Like he was like growling so fucking. Well, no, in the first one he didn't do it as much. He didn't really do it that much in the first one. He didn't do that shit that much until the fucking second movie. The first one, he was like regularly talking to Rachel and shit. And I don't know why he started doing that shit. I'm so interested to know why he just started doing that shit out of nowhere. Because the first movie he didn't.
That mask was choking his motherfucking ass every time he opened his mouth to talk. It got I'll say. The pronghorn leghorn around his motherfucker.
It's stupid. Now into another question I have for the group, for the panel here. Me and Perry spoke about this briefly again yesterday as well in regards to actors and their best compatible comic book roles. In regards to, let's say, Hugh Jackman Wolverine, RDJ Tony Stark, like who do you feel fit their character like a glove the best?
Can I please go first? Can I please go first?
Yes, Perry, since we had the initial discussion, you can go first.
Yes. He is Man Bay. He is the awesome one. He is the great one. He is the man of all men, the caliber of awesomeness. Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
He is Deadpool. Deadpool. He doesn't act. He just puts on a fucking suit and just starts talking.
He's been playing Deadpool since Blade Trinity.
That's since
pretty much. That was his practice run. Was Blade Trinity?
Yeah, that was him going. All right, Wes doesn't want to open his eyes. Here we go. It's my movie now.
So like,
did the Wolverine? I was like, oh yeah, he's him. He's just being him.
I thought he was Van Wilder. I thought he was practicing his Deadpool carry-on conversation since then. It's great. I love Ryan Reynolds. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. He does no wrong to me. Even when Just Friends was just a terrible movie. And there's a funny story behind that one. But anywho, I fuck with Ryan Reynolds. Really, really tough. He is my Deadpool. I don't see anyone else playing Deadpool outside of him. That's how good he is.
Greg, you can come now because we're not talking about Batman anymore. Bring your ass. I will agree with that. I feel like I can't think of any other actor in the world to play that character outside of Ryan Reynolds, personally, because you have to have a certain type of humor and delivery as a comedic actor, and I don't know how much of him in suit he actually does, like how much of his stunt work or like, because I feel like sometimes I feel like he dubs a lot of his shit over. I'm not gonna lie, because Deadpool is really CG in certain parts of his movies.
I know in one it was a lot of him in the suits and with the pilot he did. Like he did a lot in suit. He practiced in it. Two,
You can see it was kind of dubbed over. But he does a lot of his own stunts that aren't too carried because he trained for this. Right. So like he is dedicated to it, bro. Like I love Ryan Reynolds. I actually have a Deadpool onesie.
Interesting.
Yes.
I bet your wife loves that, doesn't she?
She does. I actually wore it to work one time.
You wore it to work, nigga?
Hell yeah, I wore it to work. It's great. It's great. My wife was pissed, but I don't care. I gotta be fucking Deadpool.
What kind of job do you do,
man?
Well, I was doing customer service at Sally Mae at the time, but now I'm an IT engineer, so I work from home.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I said. You can do that. You can do that at the crib. You know what I mean? But,
I went into office. I went into office. Great.
That's funny.
Who's on the Aiden? You have a specific character or role that you want to talk about?
Y'all know mine. Y'all two should know mine.
I like perfectly encapsulating the character that they're playing. It's got to be either Jeff Bridges as Obadiah Stane or Wesley Snipes as Blade. Those are probably the two that I would say are the most comic accurate, at least for the first two Blade movies. Blade Trinity doesn't count. He didn't want to do it. But
you bastard.
Everything there, I would say, is like as close to what you would get if you were to turn a comic book into live action. Jeff Bridges harnesses that perfect, jealous yet respect of Tony Stark, while also going, that man made this in the desert with scraps. Like,
that's great. I'm not mad at that.
I think the only caveat to the Wesley Snipes one is that Blade was made to be Wesley Snipes after that. Like before that movie, like Blade was a different type of character.
Well, it's also sort of like, I guess you could say Nick Fury, but the ultimate Nick Fury was modeled after Samuel L. Jackson. So it's like, of course he'd be good at it. They made it for him, just like Afro Samurai.
Right. Mr. Hefner, who do you have?
Hefner.
Before this nigga can steal it from me, I might as well go ahead and use it, man. You know, if you know me, you know how I feel about Logan Wolverine, the motherfucking dog. I don't see nobody else playing that role. I couldn't see it. Even when they announced Deadpool versus Wolverine, knowing that Logan was supposed to be his last body of work when it came to that character. And what's the name basically advised him told him basically, don't come back from this role. It'll be your downfall. Like, don't play this character ever again. But we about to see him play this character again.
I can argue. I can see people playing Wolverine. I don't see anyone playing Old Man Logan the way Hugh Jackman did, because Hugh in Old Man Logan was phenomenal.
He elevated that movie from a superhero movie to one of the best dramas that came out that year.
Yeah.
Like, bar none. Him and Patrick Stewart made that movie go from like a really good comic movie to why aren't we giving Oscars to superhero movies though?
Yeah. Even bro that plays Sabretooth, like I don't even see nobody, like I wanted to see him further his role as Sabretooth.
Which Sabretooth? Which one?
Lee Schreiber, I'm guessing.
The second one. Yeah,
from Origins.
Yeah, Wolverine Origins. I was like, I wanted to see bruh go so far with that. Like, it was just bruh gave me Sabretooth that I didn't know I needed, because Sabretooth don't got too much commentary, bro. Like
he got some badass shit coming up. You see his new comic run he's got right now, where like Wolverine has to like hawk him down. He's like hunting him because like Sabretooth's on some. He owns some wild shit right now. Like if you enjoy that character, his new run, I think it's like I don't know the name of the run, but it's like the whole run is like Logan hunting him down because Sabretooth was like fucking with him on some demonic shit.
I like when Logan don't have in like certain continuities where Logan has no recollection of Sabretooth, but Sabretooth's just standing there like, oh motherfucker, I hate you. and Logan just like, so who's this guy? Like, why he look so flustered? Like,
you're like me, but worse. What's going on with that?
Bro, but yeah, Hugh Jackman is Wolverine for sure. He mentioned the Blade one, so I went with the Hugh Jackman. But yeah, bro, like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, bro. Logan, whatever, both roles for me personally. But I could see somebody being Wolverine, but not being a main character. Like if you dressed in the Wolverine costume and you just in the
I can see
movie.
Daniel Radcliffe playing fucking Wolverine.
Really?
I can see
I mean, he's short. He looks the part, but I don't like acting wise. Well,
that
I'm not gonna lie.
motherfucker has range.
I will
that
say,
motherfucker is good.
What was the horror one he was in? Was it Horns? Where he
Horns,
devil?
Yeah.
What is the braids?
The braces, the skinhead.
I feel like there's a better option for him. Not that that's not a good option. I feel like there's something almost glaringly obvious that he would be better at. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's just sitting there. Oh, like a Doctor Strange almost. He wouldn't be a good Doctor Strange, and that's being typecast. It's just like, oh, he's a magic boy. But I don't know.
I could see it, but then again, I could see him being a Wolverine. I couldn't see him being a Logan.
I could see him being like a
Michael Shannon's pretty good.
I could see him being a very good Norman Osborn.
Harry.
I could see him being a very
Harry
good
Osborn. Yeah, I can see
I
it.
can see
Harry off flawlessly.
I can see
Harry. I don't know. Norman take a whole nother type of sinister.
Norman needs a Willem Dafoe type.
Like literally, like he set the bar.
That was a perfect.
Sam needs to be the Joker for me for 30 minutes, and I will gladly start watching cinematic movies after that if he just does that perfectly.
Bro, after watching The Lighthouse, I was like, yeah, he'd be a great Joker.
You're a man of not
especially playing opposite Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. That's what showed me how good of an actor Robert Pattinson was watching that movie.
Charlie,
well, that's the thing. Is like every Twilight actor, once you see him in like a single art movie, you're like, oh my god, Taylor Lautner's way funnier than I ever thought he could be. Oh my god, The Lighthouse is awesome. Oh my god, Kristen Stewart is amazing.
Lighthouse is one of those movies that you have to be
not a Twilight fanatic. I mean, yeah, like I liked it, but I was not part of that craze.
Oh no, Twilight was horrible, and all the actors hated being in it, and I love that.
It was a piece of shit. Oh, it's Dad Pad.
We're not talking more Batman. You're good.
What were you saying, though, Perry?
Yes.
I was saying,
I couldn't talk Batman with you niggas since y'all was talking real crazy.
Ben Affleck is the best cinematic Batman out here, so I'm not
you, Aiden.
Thank you.
What I do?
So I
made my whole night.
That's crazy because I said Ben Affleck. We had this conversation. Matter of fact, I'm not talking to you because I know you, nigga. So
you're not even that wrong. I mean, you're wrong, but you're not that wrong.
Right. So, anywho, I was saying, Charlie is a man of class because Lighthouse is a phenomenal fucking movie. That movie is great. It is.
It's a great movie.
What are you doing in that corner? I'm jacking off.
They were just unhinged.
Cinema, absolute cinema.
Peek at that if you don't. But Con, what actor is someone you can't replace as their cinematic counterpart? I mean, their superhero counterpart. I'm sorry.
It's really. I mean, y'all really took you specifically. Well, who said Blade?
I said Blade.
Aiden said.
Yeah, good job. You took my nigga because I really don't see any other person pulling that off. However,
Blade was a good.
Even bro that's taken over, I love him as an actor, but I don't know.
I think Mahershala Ali peaked in Luke Cage. I don't think he could do anything as great as Cottonmouth.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I can see him.
He's really good.
I think he could be a better Blade than Wesley. I'm not gonna hold you.
Got killed.
Hold on.
Mahershala. If they ever get this Blade movie off the ground, I think he'll be a better Blade than Wesley Snipes.
It's in development.
That is bold.
If he's been training this entire time that they've been getting this movie off the ground, maybe. But
yeah, the combat.
I really hope you flip this and it comes out and it's beast. Yeah.
Yeah, to your point, the choreography, of course.
In real life, nigga, like he really did those scenes, bro. Blade wanted to go crazy.
He did the action scenes.
That's what it's gonna come to, because Mahershala can absolutely like handle the swagger of Blade. It's a thing of.
I would argue Mahershala's a better actor than Wesley Snipes is.
He will act circles around that nigga. He is a drastically better actor than that nigga.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
He's up there with like the
Boyhood
Jeffrey
was
Wrights.
amazing.
He's
For
an amazing
Moonlight.
fucking
The power
actor.
ranking, we could easily put him in like the top 20 actors in modern day Hollywood.
Easily.
I give him
What
that.
was the
Thank
movie
you,
that
Hart.
he was a pianist in? That was
The
really
Green
good.
Book. The Green
Green
Book.
Book
Yep.
with
Green
Viggo
Book,
Mortensen.
yep.
I
That
love
movie
that
was
fucking film.
phenomenal.
But see,
I know a lot of y'all niggas may not have watched this movie, but he also did a movie called Kicks. It was an Oakland movie back in the day.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
too
he was a bad guy.
he was an
Check that
uncle.
out.
He played a thug, and I'm like, okay, he do got duality. He can bring that aggressive out. You feel me? So I think he can act. But again, with like the choreography and all that shit, like you to Charlie's point, it might be heavily carried by CGI.
I don't think we care about
I'm not
CGI.
really
I think he'll have like his stunt actors, like
Yeah,
most
stunt
action
double.
movies. Like Wesley Snipes at that point was a very, very, very rare thing. I think even since then, there's not too many actors you know. Maybe Michael Jai White is the only other nigga I can think of to where you
No,
physically
he can't act.
fit.
Stop
He
it.
Hold on, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me,
Wait,
stay with me.
Greg, wasn't
Stay
you
with
the one
me.
in my comments
Stay
talking
with
about
me.
he's a terrible actor? Greg,
He's a
wasn't that
terrible
you?
actor. He's a bad
Terrible
actor.
actor.
He's a bad
Yeah, that's
actor.
crazy.
No,
And
no,
there is-
no. He's a terrible actor.
Hold
That's
on.
crazy.
There's not too many.
Couldn't-
Not from the acting standpoint, from the fight choreography aspect, where you are individually, you're creating your fight choreography, and then you're actually doing it full time without having to do cutaways.
Yes, he's a
I
phenomenal
can understand
fighter.
that.
Like
That's what I was saying, bringing him up. But with Wesley, that was a
He
very
got-
rare
he got brought
thing.
up by Joe Rogan. And
Ooh.
Joe Rogan has one of the best roundhouse kicks and as a commentator, and people terrified of him. And he said everyone, no, Michael Jai White is that guy. He will literally put anyone in the acting world in a fucking cast if he chooses
Oh,
to be.
absolutely.
But when it comes to acting, my niece back there can do a better job than that nigga.
Bro,
And she is the
I'm
cutest
saying-
little button.
Really quickly. Hold on. Pause. Really quickly.
And that's one of the
Really
only
quickly.
funny jokes Joe Rogan has ever said.
Really quickly. Heart Studio. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming through. Anyway, continue. I was addressing the comment.
But
But-
no, I was just saying that nigga couldn't act scared if a nigga had a pistol held to his baby daughter. Like, it's
Also, I'll just
that
point out
nigga's
you are
terrible.
6 subs away from 1,000.
Am I really?
We're at 994.
Hey, but what I
I'm
was
at 1,000. The fuck?
Oh,
Hold
you
on.
hit it. You hit 1,000.
We got it.
Congratulations.
Hey,
got it.
Congrats.
Hey
Congrats.
man,
Look,
say,
I pulled up
hey
just
man,
in
say
time.
man.
It was me that did it.
Absolutely, of course,
Well,
of
yeah,
course. So why weren't you here earlier then, nigga?
Doing
I
dad
was
shit.
dadding, motherfucker. Dad pad before gaming. But nah, you want to talk about actors that cannot be replaced in their roles? I got to cheat a little bit because this is a duo. I'm going with Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy.
Great.
Ooh.
That is
chemistry they
phenomenal
had
fucking
together.
pick.
Ooh.
The only thing that I am sad about in the world of X-Men coming back into the fold of Disney is the fact that we will forevermore lose the chemistry that they had as Xavier and Magneto.
So here's the thing with that. That is not entirely true. Both James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender have said they want to come back. And Disney has been very open to that. We could very well get them again. And I would
need that shit.
I'm right there with you. The fact that it is still possible
I'm not even
gives me hope.
So my question I have then,
Great.
are you taking them over Ian McClellan and Sir Patrick Stewart?
Because they are too old to keep doing the roles.
No, I'm not saying that. Like as far as them being recasted, like
I love them individually. I think both of them are great as Xavier and as Magneto, but together, as great as they are, and I know they're like friends in real life, the on-screen chemistry that you get between the two of them, if you like grew up loving the X-Men and you understand the nuance of their relationship, it's a brotherhood where they are like kind of stuck with each other and they fight and they argue, not necessarily to kill each other, but to check each other back and forth. Like it was just a perfect balance. Like it made you uncomfortable, not in the way that you thought someone was gonna die, but it was like sitting in the room and watching two of your niggas fight because you just coming to visit and they brothers. Like nobody is gonna do that ever again. Nobody.
I agree. Okay, so speaking of, I never did my pick,
Yeah, go ahead.
This is like, I don't know if it really counts because it's not really a MCU movie, but my nigga Vincent as Kingpin and Daredevil.
I mean, technically he's gonna be MCU soon. So I mean,
well, he's already in the MCU. He was in Echo.
Oh yeah, he was in Echo.
Right,
yeah.
And Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So Vincent is, bro, the moment he touched that script, yo, like I watched Daredevil, and like I said, it was the best Netflix originals series I ever watched, bro, because the acting and the way they delivered their lines, even so much to when they brought my boy Punisher in there. But there's always a new Punisher actor being brought in. So I'm like, I don't think he's irreplaceable. But
he's the best one to me. I think he did a perfect job.
He's the best one. I don't never remember his name. I'll call him Shane because I like to walk in.
John Barenthal.
Yeah, John. Yeah, he did a man, and I'm watching The Bear too. He's just a great.
He's really good in The Bear.
So you're not fucking with You're not fucking with Michael Clark Duncan then.
I knew you was gonna say that. He's dead. But we all know how that first movie is. So, hey, my boy Vincent, we will never get. Mark my words, we will never get a better Kingpin than Vincent. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't think nobody else can pull off that role like him. I don't think nobody else can embody that character like him. Like, he is Kingpin to me. I can't see nobody else putting on that outfit, that big body suit, and being as intimidating and being poetic at the same time.
I'll say also, that was a lot of that was not a bodysuit. He's just that fucking
he's a big
big.
Dude,
He's a
big boy. Y'all seen him in y'all seen him in
big body. I mean him. Yeah.
I mean y'all seen him in Men in Black. Or like, be like he's been a big boy. He's been a big boy.
Yeah.
Also, just an honorable mention to Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock. Easily the best Daredevil.
Yeah. Charlie Cox, yeah, I really fuck with Charlie Cox Daredevil.
I'm so happy no one.
The only thing I do not like about the Daredevil series is that I feel like the fight choreography wasn't like acrobatic enough. If that makes any sense.
Because like it's sort of that year one argument, though.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm fine with it, especially because like that in season 1 when they do that constant like stream where he's hopping between room to room, beating everyone up down that hallway. I feel like that's intentional because it gets more choreographed, and when you get up into like the hand and everything like that in the later seasons.
I don't harp on it too much. But that is like my only like harp is because in the comics they describe his combat as being like ballet, where he's like on some Spider-Man type shit.
It's got way better choreography than Iron Fist, and that's a damn shame.
Recently, I just read a comic book today where Brielle Brooks was talking about seeing him on TV, and she's like, "Oh, you're like a ballet. Like we've seen you on TV." He's like, he's very acrobatic in how he fights, and he's very grounded and like really much like. I don't know. I'm not mad at it because I understand, and you can only do so much without doing CG shit that you saw out of the Affleck one. As far as making it grounded, but I'm not super mad at it per se. What's up? Go ahead.
So me personally, bro, like as much as we all Batman fans in this motherfucker, I am extremely huge Daredevil fan. Always have been. He's extremely acrobatic, but he does the Captain America thing where it's like, yes, you have all these different skill sets and you're acrobatic and all that stuff, but then you have like a form or style that you reform yourself to, like when you're in your bag. He does the same thing, like because he's a boxer. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that's understandable. But even the first episode, the first scene, our first introduction to Daredevil is a nigga trying to shoot a pistol at him, and he has so much dexterity, and he does a flip point blank range and dodges all the shots and continues to beat his ass on the ground. The acrobat like flips and all that stuff was there in that show, bro. Like
it was there brief. I'm just saying that's what I would. Again, it's because you can only do so much in live action. Because like in the comics, the nigga is like using his billy clubs like he's literally Spider-Man in the comics. So you can only do so much.
They actually made him ricochet the billy clubs and everything. They don't really do that. This is my grievance with the Batman live actions. They don't make him acrobatic. They don't make him do that like you're not human feats. Like Batman's extremely strong. Batman's extremely acrobatic.
He's
Batman's
not
extremely
crazy
fast.
acrobatic though. When you look at when you
He
like when
is.
you look at his
Batman is
martial
crazy
was that
acrobatic.
as Ben Affleck though. That's
Affleck
the
he was.
reason
But
I
when
say
you when
that
you
he
when
was
you
He
look
was,
at like
hey,
in the
he was more
comics,
of a tank than anything.
if you look at like his main martial arts he uses, all his main martial arts like Krav Maga, what's the fucking foot one that I'm thinking of? Muay Thai is all elbows and shit. Like most of his combat is like grounded and on the ground. He's not like super acrobatic. Most of his suits are heavy as fuck. Like the nigga's like what, like 250, 260?
A lot of it is actually combat sambo, and that's really cool.
At that, a fireproof bullet, you know that motherfucker heavy. You know
Kevlar, all that. Like the nigga, all them fucking guys. Like he's a relatively heavy dude. Like Terry McGinnis was like acrobatic. I'll give you Terry McGinnis, but like Bruce Wayne wasn't as acrobatic. He's always been like hella grounded elbows and shit like that.
Charlie, Bruce Wayne weighs, with including the suit, if I'm not reading this wrong, it's 210.
210?
Yes.
He's that light? He's that little? How tall is he?
6'2".
That is a noodle man.
Yeah. I don't know how the fuck he ever be taking punches from some of the people he be taking punches from.
Capable of outboxing Wildcat?
And he's 210. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
Also, I want to say,
go ahead.
Can I say something? My also big. I know we wasn't supposed to be talking about Batman again, but I just want to also say,
G gonna leave if you do that. G gonna dip.
My other biggest grievance with the Batman live actions is that they don't bring the supernatural villains that he goes against. I get it. Batman's in the streets. He's going against the goons, the Goonies and the thugs and the kingpins and all that shit. I get it. But he goes against Killer Croc. But he goes against what's the Batman type character? But
Man-Bat.
Man-Bat and all these different characters. So I'm like, they're taking away from his heroism because they're making everything seem like everything is normal. Like he goes against normal villains.
But every Batman's done that outside of Clooney though. Every Batman's done it outside of Clooney. Like the craziest one he's fought was like Poison Ivy in the Clooney, Mr. Freeze and the Clooney stuff. Also, he was fighting like Scarecrow and like ground level villains though. He wasn't fighting any supernatural.
But you know why that is though, right?
Shit.
Because Batman is oh my, I see somebody get fucked up in the background. Because Batman is he's somebody that's easy for them to market to the masses, because people that go to see Batman movies aren't necessarily people that go to see superhero movies. And if you market them in a way that Batman is now fighting against super evil guy that flies and shit, now you've got to take Batman out of that grounded level and make him do other things, which then scares that casual audience away.
Because it's more comic booky at that point.
Yeah, so that's all it is they want to keep
that's a risk I would be willing to take
so they can make the most money they can.
No, I
feel like that's a risk they should take.
Well, it's just a marketing thing. This depends, like you're limiting their money. Go ahead, Drew. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, to his point, I was like, I feel you on that, because a lot of people that I know that like Batman don't necessarily like superhero shit or like that type of stuff. They don't necessarily put Batman in that superhero genre or too deep into it to where it's like, okay, niggas got laser beams and all kinds of crazy shit coming out their eye. That, like, outside of my nerd friends, like the average everyday person that I'm cool with or I deal with that are not in the nerdom community, like that, like their favorite hero is Batman, if not Superman, but like it's Batman because it's more relatable to.
And to further double down on that, and thank you for backing me on that one, Jew. So this is the thing. Think about it this way: how many basic bitches, right, do you see running around? Or, I mean, at this point, the trend is over. But when the trend was a thing, how many basic bitches did you see that wanted to be Harley Quinn or fantasize about being Joker and Harley Quinn versus how many of them wanted to be Poison Ivy? I'm not talking about the chicks that's in the group that's cosplaying and shit. They know what's up and they love Poison Ivy. But that casual audience that goes to see Batman movies, but they're not going to pull up for Doctor Strange, so to speak, those people want something they can easily connect with and identify with.
Yeah.
That's why Batman is where he is. It's more
But
money if you keep him grounded.
my argument would be the person that we always say that we compare him to when it comes to the MCU. It should be Captain America, but we always compare him to the Spider-Man franchise. You feel what I'm saying? Like all the movies, and it's like I feel as though the Batman movies would outsell or be on the same level had they give him his same to what's his name's favorite character, Clayface. If we got like a Sandman Clayface type of movie where Batman's going against Clayface, you feel me? And I also don't feel like that's all the way necessarily true that we don't see Batman like that, because we got Batman versus Superman. And the only reason why that movie didn't do good is because they just executed terribly. But everybody was excited for it. You feel
to
what I
that
mean?
point, to your
We can have
Spider-Man.
Batman fighting Superman. We could definitely get Batman versus Killer
To your,
Croc and all this.
real quick, to your Spider-Man point, the reason why he was so successful is his relatability. Because when you look like his origins initially, when Stan Lee pitched the idea of him being a teenager and doing teenager shit, the people above him were like, fuck no, that's not going to work. And then they did the book, and the reason he was so successful is because he was relatable and dealt with regular people problems. When he got into the bag of like, yeah, because they wanted him to be an adult and do all kinds of regular hero shit, and that wouldn't have done as well. Yeah. But go ahead, go ahead.
This is what I'm gonna say. Like, even kind of going back to that when we talk about Batman and kind of comparing them to these other people. Like, think about it this way: if you had to get your mom to go to the movies, and you say, "All right, Mom, we about to go see this Batman movie. He's going against the Mafia." She might not know who Penguin is, but if you tell her going against the Mafia, she's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that in The Dark Knight. He went against the Mafia. This is probably gonna be good." She's going, but turn that around again. And I love Clayface. I was the one in the comments that said he's the best video game superhero villain. But when you turn around and say, "Hey, Ma, we're gonna go see this Batman movie. This time Batman is going against a shapeshifter." If your mom's not initiated, she'll be like, what kind of superhero shit you got me watching, boy?"
Because you could pull out, you could pull out Hush.
I'm not saying I don't think it would be good, but we got to think about these people in Hollywood put up $200-300 million to get these movies out, and if these movies don't bring back at least $450 million, it's considered a failure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Right. You want to put out 300 million and you want to get 450 back. So what are you going to do? And I'm not saying it's right from an artistry standpoint, but what are you going to do if that's your 300 million? Are you going to shit out another Joker movie and make sure that people are going to pull up, or are you going to take a chance and put out Clayface?
Which is unfortunate because
a lot.
Yeah.
Or sorry, somebody's talking.
My fault. At this point, it's a cinematic thing when you're looking at it, because cinematics have become so formulaic where they don't want to take any risks, and when they do take risks, they it's like in video games. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, people are going to talk bad about it. Like Forspoken. Forspoken overall wasn't a bad game. It had its cringe moments, but overall, it was a solid game. It was a new IP. It gave people something to look forward to. So when you become very formulaic, you're going to produce something that's going to give them money. Guess what WB needs? A fucking hit. What's going to give you a fucking hit? Batman, Joker. Every single time. Every single time it's going to give you a hit. Wonder Woman was one of those anomalies when it hit the first time. Guess what happened the second movie? It went to shit.
Man of Steel.
It up.
Man, like it,
bitch wings.
You know what I'm saying? So
and the thing that's really fucking over DC is, instead of them creating their own formula for so long, they've just been trying to hit on Marvel's formula, which doesn't work for their IP.
Well, I will say that, to their credit, with James Gunn at the helm, the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker give me hope for those more obscure villains, those more obscure stories to get the attention they deserve.
The fact we have Creature Commandos getting their own show
was
is
like a move.
And the fact that it did well, the fact that it had, big names like John Cena, Idris Elba, and then still Sylvester Stallone is in that movie. People don't recognize, there's a ton of big names attached to it.
And it is the next topic I wanted to get into a little bit, because I've spoken about it to exhaustion at this point on the channel a couple times. Also, random tangent, Jude, this is your first time on the channel, so welcome, my boy. I just thought about that. I'm like, you ain't been here before.
Charlie, there was something I wanted to bring up because it was important to what I wanted to say. Someone spoke about what triggered this thought. Someone spoke about the aspect of putting money towards people limiting to what they're saying to their budget for cinematics, but with CGI.
Deadpool.
And that Deadpool. And that brought me to one of my greatest topics and my biggest piece of anger: why live action anime adaptations should be thrown in the fucking trash, except for those that don't need cinematic help, like Roni Kenshin.
Now hang on. Not heavy. Don't you dare. Not heavy. The final Gatling fight at the end of the first movie.
Okay, do it. Okay, compared to Luffy and his terrible gum.
I'm just saying.
Come on now.
To that point, I will say it very much so depends on the particular type of film in the show. Because obviously shit like, to your point, obviously like shit like Dragon Ball, One Piece, shit that is like planetary level or like super grandiose where you're moving faster than the eye can see, harder to do. But Death Note, like that can be done well. That can be done well.
But Blood the Last Vampire is the best live action anime movie ever made, bar none, and has very minimal CGI.
I'm gonna say something very controversial again.
Don't piss me off. It better not be about
prepare to get pissed off. If I'm gonna be on channel
right now,
he's just gonna get pissed. You know what I mean? So just be prepared for it. I actually like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I thought it was good. So
which one?
Wait.
Which one?
Which one?
The newest one, the series. The show.
Oh, yeah, that was all right. That was okay. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I feel like the CGI.
Yeah, the Shyamalan one, I was about to be on your ass, boy. I was like, nigga.
No. I still haven't watched it. Out of everybody else that endured that pain, I still haven't done it. But the series though, I enjoyed myself.
My boy.
Huh?
I said you almost got right click muted, my boy.
No, I wouldn't do that. But no, the series was actually good, bro. Like the CGI, the fight scenes, all that, they did an amazing job. So I think when you do shit like that with Avatar, you can pull it off.
They did an amazing job with the cinematic shit, but they did a terrible job on finding good actors. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think that's cap too.
The acting
was beautiful.
What I'm gonna say about the acting is not and fair prefix. I've not watched the show yet. It's on the to-do list. But when you talk about hiring child and teenage actors, it is very, very, very rare that you're going to get anything above a B+ actor that is also well versed in the martial arts. Like it's almost impossible.
Hell, even just acting, like very rarely do you get like a fucking Stranger Things or the It movie cast.
Yeah, because Stranger Things is an absolute fucking enigma that they found that many kids that are that fucking talented that could carry a show. Like, and
like
even
the adults, honestly, to me.
Yeah. Except for Winona Ryder, like this was definitely her comeback. After
and I ain't gonna hold you.
Clifton,
David Harbour too.
She needed this.
David Harbour was fucking amazing in that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Granted, he did fuck up my good faith with the Hellboy movie, but you know I'll give him grace.
The last one,
the recent one, he's in. He's Hellboy.
Like a crackhead smoker.
Yeah. That's David Harbour. That's the cop from Stranger Things.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with that nigga. Made me so mad.
Yeah, we call that nigga Hopper. That's Hopper.
Yeah. Hey, but again, though, Captain, I don't know if you heard me.
Which he's in a cinematic horror game coming out soon that I'm gonna fucking play at some point soon on the stream.
Oh yeah, that movie. Yeah, Hopper is in the game.
I want to play that. Yeah. I want to play that on stream. Anyway, my bad.
Is that an Ants reference or was that Bugs Life? That's Bugs Life, right?
Ooh, my David Harbour, not Hopper. Oh no, he's talking about Stranger Things, Hopper. Detective Hopper.
Okay.
The police do.
Yeah.
But hey, Diesel, don't ever do that again though. What you did about 7 minutes ago.
What I do?
when you put Dragon Ball and One Piece in the same motherfucking
Oh
sentence.
my god, nigga.
For live action adaptation, they are both equally shit.
No,
Dragon
they're
Ball
not.
Evo.
No, they're not.
In
How are
terms
they
of
not shit?
No,
Please
they're
explain
not.
how they're not shit.
Crazy.
Evolution is shit on top of shit, and One Piece is just shit.
Dragon Ball Evolution, whatever, was complete extreme utter ass. One Piece was just bad. Utter ass and bad is two different things. Like, no, fuck no.
yeah, I will agree with that because Dragon Ball Evolution, they weren't even trying to be accurate to the actual like source material.
If they come out with a good season 2, it has redemption.
So Garp coming in at the end of that season made complete sense. Leaving out major plot points in the first season of this fucking show made sense. Leaving out key
that's what made it bad, but
that made it shit.
No, it didn't. No,
it made it shit.
Nick, that's splitting hairs at that point.
Yeah, Nick, to his point, Nick, what I will say, One Piece at least tried to stay somewhat accurate to their source material. They literally were like pulling up shit like Ozaru out their ass. They made Piccolo they made Piccolo had like it was bad because it was a bad movie and because they didn't give any kind of accuracy to the source material whatsoever. They were just making up shit that didn't make sense. One Piece at least stayed somewhat accurate to the source material for what I remember.
The difference is Dragon Ball was in a different era.
Right.
You know, that movie came out at a time when you couldn't, most of the movies that were coming out were not loyal to the source material. Could you imagine if they did not shit the bed when they did? If today we got a Catwoman movie starring somebody as sexy as Halle Berry and
God movie was so goddamn
with the respect
bad.
the respect that superhero movies get today, we would probably have at least a 7 out of 10 movie.
They gave her like a whole different name in that movie, a fucking different backstory and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
That was the sexiest.
You know, the super villain was a fucking makeup artist.
No, it's still not the sexiest.
Resurrected by the
what?
power.
Let's keep it a bit right. It was Halle Berry. They just anything
and
Halle
it was
Berry
the costume too.
They had her ass damn near out in that suit.
Yeah, the cheek was
you had the little. Hey, Halle Berry in that Catwoman suit ain't gonna never amount to her coming out in that orange bikini in 007. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say.
Sir, you're not showing your true age. Let me give you some culture. Nothing's going to come close to her coming out in the fucking Flintstones outfit or in the black outfit in Boomerang, as we gonna.
These some old niggas too. These all y'all niggas old, by the way.
Yeah, my nigga Fred Flintstone signed anything that came on his desk, nigga. That nigga said anything. It don't.
I definitely give her that in Viva Rock Valley, man. That she did her thing.
Yeah, that's the sexiest one.
Out of those though, like I don't know.
No.
That orange bathing suit though, bro. I don't know. Coming out the water like that with the knife on it.
Orange bathing suit was crazy.
Like
somehow her hair wasn't wet.
To this day,
I ain't gonna hold you. Her and Swordfish did it for me. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, yeah.
If you know,
she was sexy in Swordfish, but she really didn't like. There was not like no costume.
What her yitties out in that? Like she dropped the fucking thing.
Yeah, if you know, you know. He ain't talk about costume no more. He just talk about Halle Berry.
Hey, man. Hey.
I was just confused at why she was tanning, but
I was like, Shawty, you out there with the whole tanning thing too? I'm like, what you doing, Shawty?
Halle Berry titties ain't no big shocker for me because I done seen them in Monster Ball.
I didn't at that point though. I hadn't seen Monster Ball at that point.
I'd have been seeing Halle Berry shit. Even then, it was something else Halle Berry was in, and she showed a titty in there. I gotta think what it was, but I don't know.
I want to say one underrated movie from that era. It is Buns, but it's drastically underrated. I've talked about it before. That Jennifer Gardner Electra movie is drastically underrated.
Terrible. That's a terrible.
I don't think
it is better than the Daredevil movie.
Yes,
it is better than the Daredevil movie. As a kid,
what is that saying?
I liked it.
It's saying we shouldn't let Kevin Smith direct movies.
Yeah,
it's like saying rap with the E at the end isn't as bad as genocide.
Crazy.
Like they're still terrible. Like nah, bro.
Both are bad. One less bad.
I was
my boy Kevin was trying to give us the superhero movies we deserve, though, man. You know, he was trying to break open the gateway for us nerds.
Right.
Man.
He did not give a fuck about Daredevil. Because for the fact of if this nigga Daredevil's whole thing is sound and like using sound to see, well, not even that. The way he like clears his mind in the morning is blasting hard rock at a full volume in his ears in the morning, so he can. I'm like, how does that help you focus? That would make you even more flustered. And then the fact this man, granted, he has more durability than other people. I think I just seen like I read a book today where Dracula like kicked this nigga into a wall and he like somehow didn't get his shit caved in. But this man jumped like 4 stories directly to his knees on a fire escape and didn't break his shit. I was like, what the fuck?
To be fair, he had to follow up the superhero movie that saved America after 9/11. How do you follow up Spider-Man? How do you follow up the impact of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man? Because he had to add all the hallmarks of what made those movies good. And he had the studio breathing down his neck, expecting him to make it into that. I will say this. If you absolutely hate on the Daredevil movie, watch the director's cut of it. It at least shows that Kevin Smith cared about the craft, and it makes Elektra at least somewhat better of a character for her to lead her own movie.
Do we still get the rattlesnake sound every time Bullseye flips his coat?
It doesn't take anything out of the movie. It's still dumb as hell. All the Colin Farrell stuff is still bad, don't get me wrong, but it does at least show there was a creative vision.
Right.
I don't know. I am not as critical to Daredevil after watching the director's cut.
I don't
Elektra
like
is actually fine.
Yeah, I like Elektra. I like Jennifer Gardner. Elektra was fine to me.
I feel like Bullseye, bro. If you was gonna put this nigga, what's the name, in a fucking Daredevil costume, why wouldn't you put Bullseye in his costume? Y'all gave this nigga that carving thing in the middle of his forehead, and that threw me all the way off. Because y'all know I fuck with
because they put Michael Clark Duncan in Kingpin's outfit, and he looked great in it.
He did. It
looked more, bro. They had.
I mean,
Bullseye looking
his outfit is just a suit, though.
It's true.
I mean, he
really, McCain, and that's it.
I damn near thought it was like a cross universe. I thought that nigga was D-Mob from Def Jam or something.
He was giving Caucasian Blade to me with the coat, the trench coat, and the. I'm like, all I'm waiting for.
I didn't like that they added the roses and all that shit in there. I don't feel like they do that right now, so I'm glad that they added that. You know what I mean?
I hated that. But that rattlesnake shit killed me, nigga. Like every time he fucked his coat, what was the point of why are the rattlesnakes there? Is there some comic shit I'm not aware of that made that a thing?
Because New York is like riddled with rattlesnakes, duh.
Obviously. Hey, real quick, 2 things I want to say. One, Jennifer Gardner and Elektra. I like the fact that they play into her lore of her character. Like the fact that she like vanishes and you don't see her or hear her coming. They don't do her like that. Even in the Daredevil series, like they don't play into that the way that they was playing into that. The whole seeing visions and all that stuff before shit happened, that's her character, but people don't talk about that. So there are things about the movie that I do appreciate. Also, I want to talk about what he said about the Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man. There was a conversation that I saw in a reel me and Jew was talking about, and somebody said that Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man is a fraud. Like he is the worst Spider-Man. Like he didn't get he didn't get no W's for real. Like all his villains took themselves out. He's the worst. He's the worst combatant as a Spider-Man. And I called cap, but Jew said he believes that.
If I'm gonna send you the real, Charlie. Like if you listen,
I've seen it in the chat. I've seen it. Yeah, matter of fact, I can share it. I can share it in here real quick. I'll share it.
Argument. He made some relatively good points. Like literally everybody that Tobey Maguire faced in his franchise, they all put a Koski member move and off themselves somehow.
Yeah, it was like a talk no jutsu. Like, cause what we got with
he just dodged the first one though. Like he made sure he didn't die.
I said Green Lantern, but Green Goblin killed himself with his little hover thing.
He didn't do it. Like he tried to kill him though. He just dodged it.
Yeah, but still,
literally the only time that the spider sense worked in the whole movie, he killed himself. Like
right. And then what we had, Doc Ock, who at the last moment had the come to Jesus moment. Oh wait, let me save New York before I blow it up.
That nigga pulled a jack off of the Titanic. He started floating down in the water, and you just see him looking up in the water. All I was waiting for Rose to pop up on screen talking about Jack,
Facts.
Jack, somebody's coming, Jack.
And then what was the thing for Spider-Man 3? Like Venom. I mean,
he beat them
take care of
niggas.
Venom.
Yeah, he beat Venom. Sandman stopped because I have a child. I want to do better.
He didn't beat Sandman. They had a come in the moment, both of them. Yeah, I killed your partner for what happened to my Uncle Ben, and you killed my Uncle Ben on the accident because your partner startled you. So we gonna just call it even here. Hell no, that I ain't gonna lie. To this day, they made
he beat Venom though.
Hey, let's not ignore the fact that he was sitting there in every movie. He was crying, not for any other reason, but for fucking Mary Jane. Like this nigga cried about a breakup in every movie.
I ain't gonna lie, the animated series did it, but the movie made it even worse to watch how badly Mary Jane was like brushing this nigga off, not once, but twice. Like you left this nigga for Jonah Jameson's son, then you left this nigga for you was fucking with Harry. Like you was a cold bitch, MJ, in that live action.
I kept chasing her.
And he kept, bruh. And then I know all y'all have seen it where they talk about how he should have ended up fucking with the landlord.
She made you cookies and shit and baking for you.
She liked Peter for Peter.
Here's the video real quick.
Like Peter for Spider-Man. She liked it Peter for Peter. Mary Jane only liked it Peter for Spider-Man. She didn't start feeling Peter till she found out this nigga was Spider-Man. This nigga
here's the real quick though. Here's the real. Let me play this real quick.
Let's do it.
Oh, you can play reels and shit in here? I didn't know that. Yeah, that shit was crazy. I don't fuck with MJ. I mean, shit, look, fucking, even they brought it up in X-Men 97, but like, Spider-Man literally animated
Hold on,
series.
Hold on, Ju.
You got it?
Yeah, it's playing.
Nigga Ju was trying to help out. Like,
watch stream. My bad.
No, you was trying to help. Like, okay, while he trying to figure it out, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the point. I got you. Yeah, it still ain't happening. No.
Okay.
You heard it? I mean, so whoever just brought up that last part talking about, oh, he beat Venom and Sandman. No, he didn't. Harry had to come say that nigga. He was losing. If
Okay,
Harry...
can I... Bruh, when he went symbiote Spider-Man, nigga, and he caught that nigga lacking in the sewers, bro, he was on demon time. He tried to kill Sandman, and nobody knew that nigga was still alive.
That nigga had an undeserved power-up for like 20 minutes and spent 15 of it dancing down the street, bro. Nah.
Watch this.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, Spider-Man 3, bro, that nigga totally wasted the fuck out of the symbiote scene. Like, I don't know what was going on with that. You feel me? If it was some type of ownership issues or whatever they had going on, or the CGI for that was just gonna be too much or whatever. But nigga, they nerfed the fuck out of Venom. Like, it was
the introduction was fire though. Like when he got the symbiote on his suit and then he woke up to being on a, you know what I mean, on a building waiting. That shit was hard, bro.
That was the only hard part about it. Other than that, it was just like, well, you wasted this whole beautiful piece of embodiment that could have went so much further.
Right. But is that Toby's fault or was that just the direction of
Raimi?
I don't think that was Raimi. That was probably studio intervention.
I mean, it's Toby's fault too. Nobody told the nigga to go down the street dancing for 15 minutes. Like, nobody told him.
It may have been in the script. I don't know if it was in the script or not.
Yeah, I mean, they added disco music and all. They probably did.
I said down the street.
One thing I'm gonna say about Spider-Man, though, I got to give a shout out to my boy Andrew Garfield, as he is the only actor to ever give my boy Peter Parker a slight New York accent.
That shit was trash. He had this weird ass Jersey accent. What the fuck?
That's it, bro.
That nigga,
but still, this nigga's from New York, bro.
The shit I hate about
sound like an East Coaster.
That nigga, he's a Caucasian East Coaster though. Them niggas do not like.
He's a Caucasian East Coaster.
No, like he like come on now. I don't live in New York, but all the New Yorkers I've met from there have been black. The one few white dudes I've met up there, they have some of the lingo, but they don't be speaking in the same dialect, obviously. The same way like it's like country people in the South, like black country folks speak a little bit different from white country folks. Like you have certain different lingo that you use. It's not a one for one thing. But to the Garfield thing, the main reason I hate this nigga. Well, I don't hate him, but I dislike that version.
Nah, you hate him. It's okay.
I don't hate the nigga. I don't hate him. I hate how recently everybody started loving those movies out of nowhere. Because I remember when I remember them at their peak. People hated them shits with a burning passion. Out of nowhere, after No Way Home came out, not everybody like, oh, give him another movie. He was an amazing Spider-Man. I'm like, where'd that come from?
Because now that you have 3 comparisons, you're kind of able to go back and analyze between 3 different profiles and be like, okay, maybe, bro, wasn't that bad now that I've seen
it.
This
it wasn't him.
It
was Fox. No, Fox made those, right?
Yeah, it was the biggest thing. The biggest thing I had.
Sony.
The biggest thing I had was, again, with same thing with Batman. I have like very minimal rules with this nigga. It's 2 crack jokes when you're fighting. And don't kill people. No kill rule is like, nigga, he's even in the recent comic now where he was like fighting vampires, he didn't want to kill vampires because he thought they were still people. Like the nigga does not kill people at all if he can help it. And that in the fucking Andrew Garfield one, when he finally finds that he doesn't find the exact guy that killed his grandpa, but he like finds this robber in the car, he's sitting in the back of the car, and he beat the nigga ass. And he's on the wall talking to him. He's like, "Oh, you're lucky who you weren't where I was talking to. I was gonna kill. I'm gonna kill." He pretty much said, "I'm going to kill you in the worst possible way." Like he said, "Yes, I was going to kill you." This nigga was like bloodthirsty, looking for it. And the only reason he became Spider-Man was for revenge, not for responsibility, not to live in Uncle Ben's memory and be what. But he was like, "No, I'm gonna find a dude that killed my uncle and murder him." I'm like, nigga, this is not Spider-Man.
He first became Spider-Man because he wanted to get a bag in the world of wrestling. I mean,
that's an excuse.
Had him for 3 whole minutes.
3 whole minutes.
3 minutes.
Sauce ready.
Didn't the original Spider-Man get caught up in that shit trying to get a car, earn some money to win a car or some shit?
I don't think it was a car for Mary Jane, but he was absolutely wrestling because he wanted to get a bag.
Want to get some money, yeah. Because he was trying to exploit the powers and shit, which is how they led to like Uncle Ben getting killed and all that other shit.
I don't know.
That's the main thing. I'm like, you became Spider-Man for revenge, nigga, and you threatened to murder a man to his face. I'm like, and then even then, the third thing, this shit right here, do this shit. Half the movie, he wasn't doing this shit. He was just fucking throwing his wrist out like fist, using the web shooters.
I mean, at least
this
it
shit
wasn't organic.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga Toby, even as a kid, and I was so juiced to see that in the Spider-Man movie where they all got together, that it was a topic brought up, because just to find out like he wasn't the only person around the world that was like, Spider-Man got shit coming out of his wrist. Like I've been growing up on Spider-Man for a while now, and that shit been made in the lab. It have been iconic Spider-Man episodes to where like it made it so that he's out of web and he got to think otherwise on how to, maneuver through this situation. This nigga had an unlimited supply except for the moment his powers turned off for like 15 minutes. But
and it turns out all he needed was a blue chew. You know what I'm saying?
You stupid, bro.
You online?
When them niggas said, does it come anywhere else? He was like, does it come out anywhere else? Like, I would ask the same question.
Like, are you dehydrated? It doesn't work? Or like, how does that?
Which is crazy, though.
That had to be some Raimi shit. That sounds like some Raimi shit. I'm sorry. That had to be some Raimi shit.
That was a good question, though, because spiders' webs come out their ass. So, like, for him to have organic webs, and his ironically do come out his wrist, like theirs came out their wrist because they didn't have webs. So it's like for me to have webs and fit this Spider-Man persona, I made up my own kind, but I'm not about to shoot it out my ass, so they gonna come out my wrist. But for him, it being organic and him having the abilities of the spider, his should have came out his ass.
They shoot fast too. Like they be getting like the fact that they come through. Like he doesn't have slits as far as I saw in the actual suit. He'd be like, I don't know. For me, it seems like he's just forcing that shit out the suit, and it's going hella fast.
Bro, I don't know what's going on. He got it.
Congratulations, Captain, on getting there. Much earned, but I'll see you guys later.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for pulling through. We're gonna wrap it up soon too, because we are like 3 hours into. Well, we're like 3:30 into it.
I'm
about to be 1 o'clock.
In a minute, but no, like
you're playing.
Think about
Elden Ring.
Who?
Lady G.
I was about to say.
She's playing Elden Ring on her.
What you better say, though, Drew?
Aiden.
No, I'll just say I just want to leave y'all with that thought, because that always made sense to me. I was like, why this nigga Toby? Like, you know, how was that?
For a plot, bro.
Yeah.
He probably do though. It's not like they said, hey, we need a scene where the web shoots out his ass. He probably do privately. He just don't share with everybody. You don't know.
Every
mean,
time he go take a shit, he just filling it with web.
All kinds of shit.
I actually gotta go.
Like even when that nigga turned into the man spider, I'm like, oh yep, he about to string some strings out his ass like a regular spider. I was like, nope, bruh, still was normal.
All right, y'all. Well, we gonna get ready to get up out of here. Where's it at? That's my whole thing. Fuck it. Oh yeah, is what it is. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for pulling up. To anyone that is sub now, we are at. Let me see what the actual number is.
Yes, sir.
It's like 1.04K now. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for subbing to the channel. I appreciate you. Things to look forward to next week. The Power Ranger video is coming out. I'll show that thing done next week. So it's either gonna come out on the 4th or before the 4th.
My mask got done too, Charlie. I gotta send it to you.
Yeah, send me that shit. I'm mad because I didn't go to get my fucking static Ranger mask made yet. I'm gonna get that shit made at some point soon. But yeah, Power Ranger video coming out on the Disney era. I think it started with Ninja Storm. Streams are gonna be more rampant coming this August. I'm kind of not revamped the setup, but I'm trying to get some upgrades here and there for my streaming setup so I can be playing a lot of the new games coming out. Black Myth Wukong will be one of those games.
Have you beat Elden Ring?
Huh?
Have you beat Elden Ring?
You know I haven't beat Elden Ring. We've had this conversation.
I can tell by the way he said, huh?
We've had this conversation. I told you I'm not going back to that boy. I'm not going back to do that shit to myself.
I was like, when your mom asks if you pull the meat out the freezer.
You let Elden Ring before you? That's crazy.
I think that's funny because I literally just told Charlie 2 days ago. I was like, "Hey, you gonna get on Elden Ring?" So it sounds like everybody wants you to get on Elden Ring, bro. You might as well.
I played that shit and beat. Once I beat Melania,
Elden Ring, bro.
Yeah. Once I beat you.
I don't know.
Once I beat Melania, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. That was enough for me. I thought I beat the game when I beat her, and then niggas told me like, no, there's more shit to beat. I was like, more.
Oh
shit.
Melania is a skill check. The Elden Beast is a frustration test.
I will fail that shit because I will put a hole in my wall.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. Black Myth Wukong, Star Wars Outlaws, obviously Assassin's Creed, Shadows will be played. Definitely. And there's just, I think there's a couple other games like some of the Xbox stuff.
Play Diablo? Y'all gonna fuck around with that Diablo?
DLC. I played Diablo 4 when it came out a little bit, but I haven't.
Unfortunately, Final Fantasy 14 DLC came out, and that is the focus.
So games will be played, videos coming out, and y'all can expect in the future of the channel a lot more video essays and longer form content will be made because now that I got the 1K, I don't have to drop videos as frequent. I can focus on making them more quality and making them longer, and I can afford now hopefully to get more video editors to help me get certain things done. So you can expect higher quality content from me going forward and covering a variety of topics. And I think the only shitty short form content video you're gonna see is a Pro Star video because I have to make that video just for
a World Star video.
Pro Star, that Jordan Wayne Gretzky Bo Jackson cartoon.
Got you.
Oh, you doing that shit?
Yeah, I grew up watching that shit on VHS, and it's the biggest lie because Jordan is not like kids like that. You said what?
Jordan don't like Nick.
Watching that.
Dude, I told you, like I was with my grandparents a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my mom was like getting grad school and shit when I was younger, so I was with my grandparents.
You can go watch it on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I was like checking it out like 5-6 years ago when it was on YouTube. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't have watched this then or now.
It was cool for like at least for me back in the day.
I just text you, Lady Gunner.
But yeah, I got a fucking literal laundry list. Like on my notes app, I have like an ass load of videos that I gotta fucking get done that I have like ideas for to do.
Well, hey, don't talk too much. Don't let them steal your content.
They ain't gonna do it like me.
I already did a screenshot, bro. It's on.
Say less. But yeah, y'all.
Reflection of me eating that chicken in your phone, goddammit.
Again, thank y'all so much for pulling up. Thank y'all so much for all the subs and the support. This has been Captain Diesel, Captain Diesel's Dojo. If you're interested in finding anybody that's been on this stream up to this point, I will link their channels in the description of this video so you guys can find them easily. And yeah, thank y'all. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.